rising problem in the northern panhandle. More than $880,000 has been awarded to the YWCA of Wheeling. West Virginia Senators Joe Manchin and Shelley Moore Capito say it will go toward prevention of human trafficking and supporting its victims. It's part of a larger effort to keep neighborhoods safe and stop internet crimes against children. Wheeling has the only shelter specifically for trafficking victims in the Mountain State. Some good news for local funding. Money is headed to local airports thanks to the Federal Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. The Wheeling, Ohio County Airport is set to receive $295,000. Marshall County Airport will get $159,000. Senators Capito and Manchin say manufacturing depends on these airports. They say extra funds will increase travel to the state. Over in the Buckeye State, the state Supreme Court has rejected a challenge to the Vax-A-Million incentive program. A northeastern Ohio attorney sued the state, arguing it spent public money without the legislature's approval. The court unanimously decided the suit didn't have proper legal standing for a challenge at the high court. The Vax-A-Million lottery ended this past June with mixed results. It was followed by similar efforts in several other states. And we've all seen it. Inflation is hitting everyone in the form of price increases. From the grocery store to the pump, you've probably felt the squeeze in your wallet. Lawmakers have different theories for where the economic trouble is coming from. Republicans say the president's financial policies are responsible, but Democrats say the pandemic has led to worldwide labor shortages, leading to demand outpacing supply. However, everyone is on board with the idea that something has to be done.
Policies that have been put in place this year by the Biden administration and folks in this body have led directly to rampant inflation.
High inflation imposes significant hardship, especially on those least able to meet the higher costs of essentials like food, housing, and transportation.
The Federal Reserve first plans to phase out purchases of Treasury bonds and securities. It will then gradually increase interest rates beginning early next year to keep the inflation from becoming permanent. All right, it's almost time for Home for the Holidays, a Loving Living Local holiday special presented by WVU Medicine. Join Katherine Guyan, Brenda Dainhart, and many more of us here at 7 News as we celebrate the joy we all feel this time of year. You can watch the special on December 23rd. That's on WTRF ABC Ohio Valley at 7 o'clock. It'll also be on WTRF My Ohio Valley Christmas morning at 6 a.m. and then later in the afternoon at 1:30. One of our favorite community initiatives at WTRF is back, our Remarkable Women campaign. They're everywhere and we want to share their stories. Go to WTRF.com to nominate someone special. We're looking for women who have made a tremendous difference in self-achievement, community contribution, and family impact. Nominations are open until the end of December. All right, don't go anywhere. Aaron tells us if we need that umbrella for the weekend. Find out those details coming up when we come back.
(304-214-1600). Call the Watchdog with your thoughts. We'll be right back to Local Talk.
I'm not buying till I checked on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there is one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. Being in business for over 50 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
I'm not buying till I check Doan Ford.
A serious injury from an accident can be just the start of your worries. What if you cannot return to work? How do you take care of your family if you're disabled? At Gelner Law Offices, we represent seriously injured people and understand their problem. We know how to get you fair compensation. We will work hard to make sure you get the money you deserve for your losses. Don't go it alone. If you're hurt in an accident, call us at 304-242-2900 or visit us at gelnerlaw.com.
We'd like to help.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain,
and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, The Watchdog.
People moving out, people moving in. Why? Because of the color of the skin. Run, 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 but you sure can't hide. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Vote for me and I'll set you free. Rap on, brother, rap on. Well, the only person talking about love, thine brother, is the preacher. And it seems nobody's interested in learning but the teacher. Segregation, determination, demonstration, integration, aggravation, humiliation, obligation to our nation. Oh, yeah. That's what the world is today. The sale of pills are at an all-time high. Young folks walking around with their heads in the sky. Cities aflame in the summertime. No, the beat goes on. Evolution, revolution, gun control, the sound of soul. Shooting rockets to the moon, kids growing up too soon. Politicians say more taxes will solve everything. And the band played on.
Round and around and around we go. Welcome to another edition of the Lawrence Welk Show. I'm Mr. Welk's grandson. Did you know that, Butch? A 1 and a 2 and a 3?
And one. I thought I saw the resemblance there.
Oh. The thing is, the people who worked for him hated him.
Yeah.
If you ever worked for me, I'd treat you real well. At least I would feed you real well. I'm looking at the Cleveland Browns COVID-19. By the way, Butch is standing by. We got a lot to talk about, as usual. Never a dull moment when the two of us get together or when he's on Wednesdays. I'm looking at the Cleveland Browns COVID-19 list. There's like 17 names on there. 4 of them just overnight. The number 1 quarterback, number 2 quarterback, they're out. They signed a free agent that played for the Bengals, the Patriots, the Packers, and the Dolphins. I'll probably screw up his name because I don't even remember watching him. Jake DeLega. Oh, it's just amazing. And, they can't forfeit. They have till Sunday, the Browns do, but they're playing Saturday in order to get, if you only got 12 players, you're going to play the game according to the NFL. And then I'm looking at the other teams. And then I'm looking in, the Canadian, I don't know what network that is, whatever. They're reporting that last night's game between Philadelphia and Montreal, no fans were allowed. Now, we usually follow what happens in Canada, or they follow us. I hope we don't go through, or I don't go through, working at Heinz Field and there's no football game. No fans, I'm sorry about that. But who knows if this thing gets worse. So let's give you some nice news, okay? Lola, we're going to do the sports before we formally introduce Butch. And I got to make sure, well, I guess it's gone. I had your sheet here, Butch.
My sheet? Oh, yeah. I wanted you to see
now
that.
It's gone. And nobody
okay.
else is in here. Okay, whatever. You can talk about Steubenville, right?
Sure.
I got that right. Okay. Now let me get a lot of notes today. A lot of guests. We have Butch from 12:15 to 1. Steve Hellwagon, our Ohio State Buckeye guy. The guy has an update on the recruits. And at 1:35, Ray Fittipaldo. He'll be here to talk about the Steelers, Tennessee. And a guy in Tennessee who's covering the Titans. I don't know if he's coming to Pittsburgh or not. John Burton. And then we have the legend with his picks. And yes, he picked the Chargers to win last night. I watched that game, and I went to bed about 2 because I'm an idiot. I watched the Pitt volleyball team in all 4 sets. It was pretty exciting until I started to fall asleep. Pitt got off to a great start, but they lost. But those strikers, those hitters, oh, they're mean looking. They're physical.
Yeah.
I'd fit right in, huh? Can you imagine me trying to stop one of those volleyballs aimed right at me?
No,
Yeah. No, it wouldn't be good. All right, Thursday night football. Kansas City beat the Los Angeles Chargers in overtime, 34-28. Patrick Mahomes. You knew when whoever would win the coin flip for overtime, they would score, and that's what Kansas City did. He hit Travis Kelce with a 34-yard TD, end of game, and you know what? They're now 10-4. Let's hear from Patrick Mahomes.
I don't think I've ever been a part of a walk-off touchdown or anything like that. And so to be in that moment, find him underneath and him making such a dynamic play where, I mean, he cut back, ran by people.
And he had about 190 receiving yards. Yeah, he might be the best tight end in all of football. Certainly in front of a national crowd he did. L.A. quarterback, Justin Herbert, he knew probably that he wasn't going to have a chance to get the football because Kansas City went right down the field, as a lot of teams do when they win the coin toss. This is Justin Herbert.
There's so much for us to learn and so many things that we could have fixed out there on the field. Unfortunately, we fell short, but it's one of those opportunities of we're going to learn and we're going to have to get better. And, we're just thankful to be playing football still.
Too bad I don't have anything from the Rams coach because I think he screwed up things. Not once, not twice, 4 times. He was like either 1 yard line, 1.5 yard line. He went for it. Never scored a touchdown. He could have taken 3 field goals. That's 9 points. We wouldn't be talking about overtime. But that's for another conversation. These numbers boggle my mind. 26 teams are either in a playoff spot or within 1 game of searching for a postseason position. 24 teams, as I speak, have won 6 games, including the Steelers, who will host Tennessee on Sunday. This is the defensive captain, Cam Hayward.
These 4 games are show me how much you want it, and let's see where we fall out in this.
All right, here's an update from Pitt's All-American quarterback. He will not play in the Peach Bowl. Pitt will still play Michigan State, but Michigan State's fine running back and All-American, Walker, he's not going to play in that game. Why don't we just cancel the bowl games? A lot of the seniors who were looking forward to going to the pros, they don't care about a team game or a bowl game. They're getting ready for the pros, okay? But Kenny Pickett's going to prepare for the NFL draft. He will play in the Senior Bowl. Final 4 in women's hockey, division number 1, Pitt lost to Nebraska, and Nebraska will now play Wisconsin in the championship game. But hail to Pitt, that's what they say, football, basketball, and all that. This is Pitt head coach Dan Fisher.
It stings because we feel like we could have played a little bit better. But what hasn't stung at all is spending time with this group all year.
Yeah, Wisconsin and Nebraska in the championship game. I think Nebraska's won like 5 national titles. Penguins in action tonight when they host the Buffalo Sabres. Now, it's always a nice thing for me to introduce. He's on his cell phone. Do you have time for me?
I am.
You sure?
I'm doing research here for your show.
Okay. What, do I look like a professor? Did I give you an assignment?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
By the way, you look like a professor with those glasses on.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
I try to affect that. I don't actually need them. They're just a prop. But
Oh, you wear a prop to the classroom?
no,
Does it work?
They're reading glasses. Yeah,
Does it work with these youth of America that knows everything?
They're impressed with my professorial style.
Your what?
My professorial style.
Don't ask me to spell that.
It's an adjective form of professor.
Oh, okay.
Professorial.
You want me to call you professor from now on?
No,
Okay.
no, please
Because
don't.
John Clayton used to be ESPN. They call him the professor.
The professor.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's not a professor. He's an announcer or
Yeah,
a color
yeah,
guy or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
He's at the top of his game and one of the best well-known sportscasters around.
Well,
Good guy. The good guy.
he deserves a title of some sort. Then I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm
and
just,
then
I'm just
there's some
butch.
guys are called doctor. You know, they're not a doctor.
Well, if you earn a PhD, then you are a doctor. In fact, you've got a higher degree than an MD. A PhD is harder to get than an MD because an MD is a clinical degree. A PhD is an academic degree. So, so actually, the people that we call doctors, medical doctors, they should be called doctor as well as people who have earned a PhD. They deserve it more.
Can you repeat all that? No,
I won't. But I think everybody gets it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I think so too. I think so too. And we're going to have him on during the playoffs, so he must be on 5 or 6 talk shows a day. Plus, he lives on the West Coast.
Oh, yeah.
He really doesn't like talking to people in New York, but you know what? He gets paid for some of those.
Yeah.
I asked him if he needed paid by me. He says, "Are you kidding me? All the favors you've done for me." So,
That's great.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy. He has some health issues. His wife's in a wheelchair. He takes care of her. I think he told me a couple weeks ago he pays $900 a week for someone to come in and care for her.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's expensive.
And he's got a lot of money, but money can't buy you good health. You know?
No, it can't.
You know, I know that. I'm not going to take a break. We're just going to go down the bottom of the hour.
All right.
Now, the sheet that I thought I left here, what was on it about you're going to be in Steubenville when?
Yeah, on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I just left it because it was an extra copy of a flyer I had.
No, you left it because you thought Bill DeFabio would use this, and I did a couple of times.
I thought you might bring it up
And
with
a
me
check's
today.
in the mail, by the way.
Yeah, all right, thank you. Yeah, we're doing a different show than we're doing currently for Mystery Theater Unlimited. It's on Friday, December 31st at Freilich's Classic Corner in Steubenville. This is something that we've done every year for the past 10 years or so, other than last year when nobody did anything. But we're back again this year. We're going to be doing a show called Indiana Smith and the Restaurant of Doom. So you can kind of infer what that's all about. It's kind of an action-adventure, comedy, murder mystery dinner theater, all one price, a whole lot of fun. And it happens early in the evening, so you can actually go and enjoy New Year's Eve, and then you're going to be out of there by about 9:45. Plenty of time to get home before the drunk people are out on the roads. So you can do that, or you can take your chances and go somewhere else, or stay at Freilich's and enjoy some light music and entertainment in there until after midnight. If you're interested in seeing Mystery Theater playing on New Year's Eve at Freilich's Classic Corner, you need to call them for a reservation. That number is 740-283-9901. I remember that by heart. How about that?
I remember it too. Can you repeat it about 5 times?
Freilich's Classic Corner. Yeah.
And what's the price? The same as?
I don't know the price exactly, but it's going to be reasonable.
Yeah.
It's going to be dinner and a show, all inclusive. So it's a pretty low price.
Is this your first appearance in Steubenville?
No, we as I said a moment ago while you were not paying attention, we played there for the past 10 years, other than last year.
Not paying attention. Okay. I'm doing research on
I
your
know
show,
you're doing
okay?
research. Yeah.
All right, now
right.
we're even?
We're even.
I
yeah.
got you once, you got me once.
That's right.
Now pick on her.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No. So anyway, if you want, I'll just repeat that number again: 740-283-9901. That is Freilich's Classic Corner, and you can make your reservations now for Mystery Theater. And if you're not doing anything tonight, we have a Christmas show tonight at the View. That's at Grandview Park. It's sleigh ride for Revenge of the Claws. We're very well rehearsed, Bill. We did the show several times last week. We did it twice yesterday. I had a matinee and an evening performance, one at River City.
Can you loan me $1,000? All the jobs you have?
Yeah, it's been a nice season.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
so tonight is our single only live, only show that is for public performances. So we've been doing a lot of private parties. But you can still get in there, I believe. If you call, what you want to do is call River City. They'll take your reservation, make sure you've got a seat tonight at the View. Their number is 304-233-4555. River City and the View. And that's for sleigh ride. And that, I know the price on there, that's $24.99 for dinner and a show.
Yeah. Hey, Lola, were you supposed to go down to Center Market for Girls' Night? Was that last night?
Wednesday night.
Oh, it was Wednesday night?
Yeah.
How was it?
I didn't go.
Oh, okay.
I had something I had to do after work.
Okay, all right. I'll get feedback next week. We probably won't have a show next week on Tuesday because, everybody's going to be busy at Center Market.
No.
I don't know what we're going to do, Bush, because I'm not going to be here Wednesday or Friday.
Oh, that's all right.
You'll be here Wednesday, though, right?
I'll be here Wednesday, as usual.
Okay,
And,
maybe I'll sneak something Monday or Tuesday. But Tuesday, you've ever heard the name Bino Cook?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
One of the all-time great writers. He was an AD at Pitt. He knows everybody. Funny guy. He was on ABC Sports. He picks on a lot of people because he can do that. He just came out with a book. And I found out the other day.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the author who worked for the Pittsburgh papers, both of them, John Lucas.
Oh.
So I made a phone call, and I got it this morning, and I called John. He goes, I listened to you when I was little. John, let's not go there. Let's not go there, okay? He said, are you still working? I said, as long as I got vocal cords, everything else in my body's falling apart. I said, I'd like to have you on the talk show to promote your book. He said, have you talked to Jim Wexell? That was a bad question. He wrote the book on Palomalo. And he agreed with me. That's one of the great sports books. So he wrote a book on Beano Cook, who has some great lines. I was going to write him down, but I'm going to wait to have him on Tuesday. So we'll probably have to go an hour because this guy was so popular. And he gave me a job in TV to replace him when he goes to ABC to tape for a Saturday show. So, and he used to give me $10. You ready for this, Butch, Lola? I would give him a ride from Three River Stadium or the Civic Arena to his hotel room. He lived in a hotel. And he'd always give me $10. It wasn't for me. It was for my cat, Mario, named after Mario Lemieux, to buy him good canned cat food. Now, he said, you got to make sure that you give this to Mario, buy it for Mario, and I want the receipt. So I had to get the receipt where it says X amount. It was Frisky something, I don't know, $10.50 or whatever. But he always gave me a $10 bill. This is for Mario, you know? What a good guy. Never married. He says that's why he made a lot of money. Didn't have a mortgage, didn't have a wife.
Lives in a hotel.
Yeah, he lives in a hotel, which ABC paid for, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Okay. And from what I understand, he might have been one of the biggest tippers in all the sports. So, yeah, he was a kind man, very kind man. Opened a lot of doors for me.
Yeah.
All right. You need any doors open for you? You've got enough jobs.
You know, I'm doing okay. Yeah, but I can always use more people coming to see the shows. That's always good.
Oh, yeah, and you did 2 in one day?
We did 2 in one day yesterday, yeah. No, that was
So
fun.
you don't have to practice, do you?
Oh, yeah, we still do. We still take it pretty seriously, I guess. Yeah, we do. We run those lines and make sure that we know, because the last thing we want to do is get out there and not know what to say or something like that. So, yeah, we rehearse.
Well, then you can call it silent movie or something.
Yeah.
You should do something like that. Nobody talks.
Nobody talks, just a completely silent
What do
murder
you think?
mystery. I don't know.
That might not work.
I'm not sure, but you know, sometimes you need to just scream to get people's attention. So you know, but yeah, that's an idea.
Yeah, this is a tease called segue into our next conversation. Saturday, all 3 boys are going to be together.
Okay.
All right. They're going to Homestead to see on IMAX. You want to fill in the blanks?
Probably not West Side Story.
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Of course, yeah.
So, you know, it's a late matinee, and I got to be at Wheeling U for an early game. I'm saying, hey, guys, and Danny said, no, Dad. No. You're not going.
This is for the boys.
Yeah. And all 3 of them together. Anthony will pick up the tab. I guess it's expensive if it's IMAX.
IMAX is kind of.
And the place is huge.
Yeah.
Looks like an airplane hangar.
Have you ever seen an IMAX theater?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I forgot what I saw. I think it was a Batman movie.
Okay. Yeah.
No, they showed it at the Carnegie Science Center.
Yeah.
You have to look up. It's on the roof.
Oh yeah, it's all over.
I got dizzy, man. Well, he's jumping out of a plane. It looked like he was going to parachute in my face.
Yeah. It's immersive. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an 8-minute preview for the Batman movie that was made in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
We stood in line for 80 minutes.
To see an 8-minute preview.
Yeah. You know how much popcorn we went through?
Don't know, but it's a long time.
I said to Anthony, why didn't you tell me it was 8 minutes? You didn't ask me, Dad. I thought we were going to a movie. No, it's a preview, Dad. Okay. But it was my first and last IMAX. I don't know if it's up at the Marquee. Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I imagine it is. I think it's just released
I told him,
today.
I said, why don't you go to the beautiful place in Wheeling? It's pretty cheap. The seats are comfortable. And, we're going to go see it again, Dad, and we might invite you. And he emphasized the word might.
Might, yes.
Well, to hell with you, Anthony. I'll go see it by myself. But they're all excited about that. And here was the review, if you want to check it over during the break.
It is, and it is playing at the Marquee Highmark Cinemas. Spider-Man: No Way Home. It's playing, and it's in 3D. If you want to see it in 3D or in standard.
3D?
3D or standard, either one.
I'd want to watch it in standard. Lola, you want to go see a movie in 3D?
Not particularly.
There you go. Let's make it 3 for 3. How about you, Butch?
No, I'm not really a big fan.
There we
of
go.
3D
We're old.
Gives me a headache.
It's just we're old, we just don't like it. But kids like them, so that's good.
Yeah.
Also at the Highlands right now is West Side Story. If you haven't seen that yet, the
I'm
new
gonna go
version.
see that too.
The House of Gucci getting really good reviews.
Gucci. Is that perfume or clothes?
It's clothing, I think. Well, both. And of course, Ghostbusters Afterlife is still up there. It's okay.
I'm not seeing good reviews about it.
I saw it. It was okay.
If I don't like it, will you reimburse me $7?
No, I'm not recommending it. I'm just saying, I'm saying it's okay, which probably means it's probably okay to wait until it comes on cable.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. By the way, if you're a senior citizen, and most of you are, I think Tuesday's is Senior's Day.
Seniors Day at
Yeah.
the Highlands.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't know if it's 6 or 6.50 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, in Pittsburgh, in Robinson Township, it's like $15.
Yeah.
Times Square, $26, $27.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, you don't have enough money to buy a Coke. Well, not the kind you drink. But you
Yeah.
know,
Right.
okay.
Right. Yeah.
All right, read that article because I want your opinion too.
Okay.
I mean, that's only one person's opinion.
Right.
We all have opinions like we have noses. So we'll be right back with another segment of Butch, Bill, and Lola. What a trio that is. And it's not the Kingston trio. We'll be back.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Chris Lawrence. She did not come from Hurricane, West Virginia to subvert democracy or participate in the overthrow of the government. She was going to see President Trump. Those are the words of the lawyer for Grayson Courtright of Hurricane, who this hour is being sentenced by a federal judge in Washington for her participation in the January 6th breach of the U.S. Capitol. Her attorney today further describing her to the judge as a, quote, foolish young lady who didn't even vote in the election and had no political agenda. She could face up to 6 months in jail. Elsewhere in the news, a longtime former mayor of Logan has died. Tom Esposito fell to a long battle with cancer earlier today. He served 4 terms as the mayor of Logan from 1987 to 2003. A former businessman and broadcaster, Speedy Bevins, remembered Esposito for keeping Logan a retail shopping hub for the Southern coalfields.
Tom and his council really worked together to make Logan still a destination point for commerce and for retail. He had a great analytical mind. He understood the economic impact.
Tom Esposito dead at 69. Governor Jim Justice and Baby Dog are back on the road today. They're visiting Mate 1 Grade School in Mingo County, presenting a $100,000 check to the students and staff there. It's the grand prize in round 3 of the Do It for Baby Dog sweepstakes, an effort to get as many youngsters as possible vaccinated against COVID. You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. A federal judge in New York has scrapped the bankruptcy settlement of Purdue Pharma. The provisions of the settlement would have protected the Sackler family, who owned the company, from facing personal litigation by towns and cities across the country, particularly in Appalachia, claiming the company deliberately flooded our region with OxyContin to get rich and without any concern for the wrecking of lives of thousands of individuals. Judge Colleen McMahon ruled the federal bankruptcy law did not give the judge in the case that much power to grant that kind of immunity to people who were not declaring bankruptcy of their own. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Long.
This holiday season, give family and friends the gift of a night out at West Banco Arena and Capitol Theater. With tickets and gift certificate offerings, there's something for everyone. Call 304-233-7000. That's 304-233-7000.
I'm Josh from Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. I hope you are staying healthy. We continue to respond to structural, fire, and water emergencies. We are combating COVID-19 with our highly trained staff and latest disinfection systems, providing preventative and reactive disinfection to facilities around the region, while working with area hospitals on isolation areas and air filtering. At Panhandle, we continue to follow social distancing and hygiene protocols. We are dedicated to our community, and together, we will get through this.
Toyotathon is on, making now the best time to reserve one of the all-new additions to the 22 Toyota lineup, like the first ever Corolla Cross, with available all-wheel drive and more space and efficiency than ever, or the all-new redesigned Tundra with uncompromising full-size power. Visit your Toyota dealer today or go online to buyatoyota.com, the official website for deals. But hurry, Toyotathon ends January 3rd. Toyota, let's go places.
Highland Sports Complex is the coolest destination for sports and entertainment the Ohio Valley has ever seen. Pop in for some open basketball in our field house or reserve some turf time for your next practice or game on our synthetic fields. Online registration is open for development classes and leagues for youth and adults. Highland Sports is also the hottest destination for birthday parties and other events. So come challenge yourself on our play climb and enjoy your favorite virtual reality game in the arcade. No memberships required, so visit highlandsports.com to find your next entertainment experience and get ready to reach new heights.
The Watchdog Network wants you to take time for yourself and your family this holiday season and enjoy some of the events around our valley. Buy local and escape the hustle and bustle of retail holiday shopping by visiting Ogilvy Institute's Holiday Art Show and Sale. They're open through December 23rd at the Stifel Fine Arts Center and at the Schrader Center in Oglebay. Happy holidays from the Watchdog.
Want to generate more leads for your home improvement business? Menards offers trade professionals the opportunity to promote their services in our installer center. We encourage you to connect with our guests because we're your supplier, not your competitor. Contact one of our team members at any of your surrounding Menards store locations to inquire about the free program and get enrolled in our installer center today.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, this is Hoppy Kercheval. Join me weekdays at 10:06, right after the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe for Statewide Talkline. I'll have guests, conversations, texts, phone calls, and all the big stories affecting West Virginia. So tune in weekdays right here on FM 98.1 and FM 97.7, The Watchdog.
Hey, Butchie.
Yes.
I hit the
Bill.
lottery this
Billy.
morning.
Oh, wow. All right. I'm your best friend. How much?
Oh, no. It wasn't really cash. It was gas.
Oh.
Down the street, they remodeled a Get-Go, right?
Mm-hmm.
The new one's 4 times bigger than the old one. I counted them, 12 pumps.
Wow.
So you see this big sign, gas 20 cents off or whatever. I goes, oh, man. And the thing is, you needed your Giant Eagle Advantage card to get the discount. So I saved about $42, okay? It would have been almost 90 for about 22 gallons of gas.
Wow.
I don't know how long it's going to last, but they're open till 11 tonight, so I'm going to bring all my cars down and fill them up. Because I got a lot of traveling to do over the weekend.
Yeah.
Over the weekend. By the way, we may as well get it out of the way. Today is a very special day. Now, when you hear this song, you can tell me what day it is, okay?
All right.
Lola, hit that magic button.
Tiptoe through the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me.
You like that, Butch?
Oh, that's Tiny Tim, all right.
Yeah, today is Tiny Tim down the Owlway.
Oh, it's the day he got married on Johnny Carson's show.
Yeah,
Huh?
I remember. I was the idiot who watched that. And of course, they save him for last.
Right.
You know, it's like when they have Rickles on. He's like last, so you get to watch the whole show. It used to be 90 minutes, then it was an hour. That was back in 1969 on this night. Wow, I remember that. Tiptoe through. Why couldn't we write a record like that?
He married Miss Vicky. Wasn't her name Miss Vicky? I think
Yeah, whatever. He died at a young age, right?
Yeah,
Died November 30th, 1996. And of course, he didn't have to have another hit. He made millions of dollars with Tiptoe Through the Tulips. And he did a lot of benefits and didn't take money, or, he raised money too.
Yeah,
Yeah, but didn't really have a face for Hollywood, but that's okay. Miss Vicky, you know her real name?
No, what was her name?
Victoria Budinger. His real name was Herbert Buckingham Quarry, Khaur. I changed my name too.
Yeah.
Tiny Tim. Today's Tiny Tim Day. There you go. Well, I gave you an assignment last week. Or did you give me an assignment?
I don't know. What was the assignment?
Best and worst Christmas songs. in your
Oh,
mind.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Lola, put your thinking cap on this one too, okay? All right, I'll ask you later. The best Christmas song and the one you don't like to hear.
Okay.
You want to hear mine?
All right, yeah, let's hear yours.
What's mine? You want to guess?
Well, it's got to be Grandma. Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
No,
for the
that was
worst.
Lola getting run over by a reindeer.
Oh, Lola.
They changed the lyrics.
Oh, did they? Yeah,
No.
you don't want that.
No, I got sick of hearing that song all the time.
Yeah.
It's the drum, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum, with what's his name? David Bowie and Bing Crosby. Yeah.
Is that your favorite?
That's why I could listen to it all the time.
Really?
I'm tired of Jingle Bell Rock. I
Well,
hear that
yeah,
everywhere.
me too.
They play it down the restaurant. I want to smash the radio. But I think they got serious, so I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of. I think that I find is one of the most irritating songs. Not that particular version.
Which one?
But Little Drummer Boy. I just really I don't like that song at all.
How about the other song by Bing Crosby, White Christmas?
Oh, White Christmas is great.
Okay,
Yeah.
give me your favorite.
Boy, really hard to. There's several, I guess. I like.
Give me a top two.
All right, Silver Bells. I like that a lot.
Silver Bells,
and, I really like that Mariah Carey song. All I Want for Christmas. I think that's great. That's All I Want for Christmas is You.
What's that
it
song
kind of
by Burl Ives that they did on the Bruce Willis movie?
Holly Jolly Christmas?
Yeah, Holly
Jolly Christmas.
Wasn't that Burl Ives?
Yeah. Burl Ives did a version of it. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I like.
What one would you not want to hear ever again as long as you live on this planet Earth? Throw it out the window.
Probably Grandma. Grandma is like the absolute worst. Yeah, that's just terrible, terrible.
They played that all the time at the country bumpkin station. Every time I heard it, I went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And they played it right after my sports too.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy Roach knew I hated it.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm not going to fight Jimmy. I can't reach him. He's so tall. But I hated it. I mean, I know it's Christmas. You're not supposed to dislike anything at Christmas, but whatever.
Yeah, I love John Lennon's Christmas song.
Yeah.
Hate Paul McCartney's Christmas song. So
did Ringo have one?
He did, but it was kind of like it was forgettable. He actually put out a Christmas album a few years ago.
I won't buy it.
No, I wouldn't.
What was one? Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus down North Main Street. I don't know.
Who did that?
I don't know.
It might have been Gene Autry. He did a number of those.
Oh yeah,
Gene Autry. He did Rudolph, the original
Yeah,
Rudolph, and
I like that.
I think
as
he
a
did
kid.
Frosty as well. I think he sort of specialized on those sort of things.
Yeah, I got to watch him in some of those worst Cowboys series ever, but I liked when he would sing. Roy Rogers, I think, had a Christmas song too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's.
I remember Roy Rogers' restaurant.
Oh yeah. I think
They ever have one of those around here, Lola? Roy Rogers Chicken?
I don't know.
Butch?
That would have been before my time.
Yeah, I don't think
of
they had
living
them around here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we had them in the late 60s and 70s. I remember the Ponderosa Bonanza.
Oh yeah. They had those. Yep.
Yep.
Hey, you want to hear where my really good friends are playing around here?
No, I'm tired of your good friends.
All right.
I'm suspending them.
Okay.
I'm being bah humbug.
You're all fired.
No, I don't want anybody fired because it happens in my business a lot. I'm not firing anybody during the holidays. So you take it away. I'm going to sit back and listen.
Okay, I've only got about 4 to promote here.
Well, you got 20 minutes.
One of our very good friends at River City are hosting Gage Joseph tonight. He'll be playing from 8 to 12 at River City, right there here on Main Street. Also, tonight, my very good friends, The Muddle, will be playing at Le Chateau Pierre.
What is that?
Le Chateau Pierre.
Yeah, okay.
Or Pierre, I'm not
Sounds
sure.
like we're in France.
Yeah, it is. It's very French. But it's in Smithfield, Ohio. So The Muddle will be playing tonight from 9 to midnight at Le Chateau Pierre.
And then next week you're in Steubenville.
Who is?
Aren't you in Steubenville?
Oh, yeah. Well,
next week?
I'm in Steubenville on New Year's Eve. So
okay. And tonight you'll be in Ohio where? Smithfield.
No, okay. We're getting confused. So The Muddle will be in Smithfield tonight.
Okay.
The
all
Muddle.
right.
The Muddle.
Well, you mentioned him so much. I think you must do PR
Yeah, I
for
must
them.
be with them. No, they're just friends of mine.
Okay.
No, actually, Mystery Theater will be at the Grandview Park tonight, and the tickets are still available. You can still get them if you call River City to get your reservations. 304-233-4555. Getting back to my very good friends, though, tomorrow, Inaga Martin is playing at Le Chateau, also in Smithfield, from 7:30 to 10 in the evening. She's great. I've had her on the air here a couple of times. And Lola's and my very good friends, the New Age Adinas, they will be playing over in Belmont, Ohio at the Route 40 Lumberjacks, Jaxe, Lumberjacks. New Age Adinas will be playing starting at 8 p.m. on Saturday out at the Lumberjacks in Belmont, Ohio. And that's what I know about where my really good friends are playing in and around the Ohio Valley this week. Back over to you, Bill.
Let's go over the oldies calendar. I don't think you're going to be too happy with the 1970s.
It's always better when the songs are terrible from the 70s because you get to hear me moan and complain and stuff like that.
I was watching this thing, Groups of the 70s, great videos on Chicago, Led Zeppelin. There were a lot of great groups in the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there were.
But there was also a lot of songs that sucked.
There was, it was just dominated by forms of music I never cared for, like disco and country rock and stuff like that.
And bubblegum music.
Yeah, there was a lot of bubblegum music too.
Yummy, 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 I got love in my... I hate, but I love that song.
Oh, you too? Well, you know.
Oh, no, you're going to be real happy with 70.
Okay.
You might be upset. You will be. 1978. We'll make sure we got that covered.
All right.
Lola, favorite Christmas song?
Oh, White Christmas is one of them.
One song you never want to hear again as long as you live.
Oh, God, that hippopotamus thing.
Hippopotamus.
And that grandma.
Oh, yeah, and then grandma's got run over by a reindeer. I think we all hate that.
And in the car, they keep interspersing Christmas music with just classic rock. And some of those versions of what I consider to be classic Christmas songs are absolutely horrendous. They're just, it's like, oh, I hear that again.
Well, Lola, it's up to you, but, are we going to play Christmas songs all next week? You want to?
Probably, yes, it's the week of Christmas.
Okay, all right. That's not an assignment. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. If not, I can sing.
No, well,
I'm dreaming of a 3 o'clock today. Okay. You got any special plans for the holidays, Butch?
I'm going to be mostly spending it with family and stuff. We got to.
Are you cooking?
No, I don't cook. That's for the safety of others in the house.
I don't cook.
But yeah.
You know what we're doing for the 4th year in a row?
What are you going to go?
Chinese.
Out? Chinese.
The boys voted on it the last couple of years.
Oh,
I
yeah?
asked them the other day. I said, "Hey guys, any place you want to go?" Dad, we want Chinese again. Okay.
Yeah, it's like right out of a Christmas story.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
go, after the dogs eat
Oh,
the turkey.
I should have saved you the paper. I sent it to a friend of mine in New York. There's a small town outside of Claysville. I think it's Taylorstown. And it's a huge house with the leg from the Christmas.
Yeah.
The leg is 2 stories high.
Okay, yeah, it's a big inflatable. I've seen pictures of that.
And it won some kind of award.
Yeah, it won a major award.
Yeah, and I'm there. I would like to go see that. Maybe I will. That's my assignment Saturday night,
Does it have a lamp on the top, like a lampshade on the top of it?
No.
No, just the
No,
light.
it does. It does, yeah.
Okay, it should, yeah.
Yeah, because behind it is like the 3rd story on the house.
Yeah, okay.
It's a big old house.
Yeah.
And I'm there, wow, where'd you get that? But it's unique, and somebody sent it in, and that whoever owns the house, I don't know if they got a cash prize, but they got a lot of publicity.
Oh, yeah.
Not as much as the young lady sitting behind you.
How's
We
that?
had the Reverend Cummings here yesterday. He brought it, and I get it. I probably threw it away. I get the Washington Post Sunday paper. They got the magazine. Guess whose picture's in it?
Lola?
It's her back.
Is it?
Reverend Cummings was here, right?
Yeah.
And Lola's back is, you can see her back and everything.
Wow.
So she's like a celebrity.
Well, how did you end up in that?
Well, he had a photographer and a reporter from the Washington Post that were following him around for a couple days. So he was in here, and it was taken behind me, but you can see him. He was talking to me. He was sitting in that chair.
Oh,
and said,
okay.
it was supposed to be a picture of him, but I'm telling you, get on the Washington Post. It's the December 5th. The December 5th magazine insert.
A supplement.
It is the most wonderful, absolutely wonderful article that you could ever read about him in it. And it's not just a little blurb.
Yeah.
It's really comprehensive. It follows him to his basketball clinic that he had sponsored and all kinds of stuff. It's really, really good. Really good.
Yeah,
So
I worked a
then he said-
basketball court, and there's a picture of the players, but I'm not in it. I don't need to be in it. But Lola, she sent some money to Washington Post. She's getting 20 issues in, and she's going to autograph it. So $50 an autograph, it goes to the Lola Miller Beer Fund. How many issues you want?
Oh, yeah. I'm always in favor of supporting Lola's beer fund.
I guess, but check it out.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can check it. And I have calls to John Clayton. He writes a sports column for the Post. So I'm going to ask him about that. So, But that was cool stuff. Yeah, it was a beautiful story. Because, Reverend Cummings does a lot of charitable work. And he's going to be giving out food and toys on the weekends. So I remember that basketball clinic. He said, I want you to talk to the kids. Well, I ended up talking to 3 West Virginia Mountaineer players and 2 West Liberty players. and they couldn't believe some of the things that I've done. So maybe I did something well that day. Then I got this little kid, 7 years old, dribbling a basketball between my legs. I felt like an idiot. And the Reverend's smiling. He says, very good, I like it. I go, okay, whatever. But, you know, it was a nice clinic for kids. And, you know, it was good. But it's a great article, you know, great notoriety, the Washington Post.
Yeah, yeah.
And John Clayton gets paid a lot of money for one column a week.
Yeah.
One column a week. And they got to mention who he works for. So that's about 20-some words, you know?
Right, yeah.
But that's okay. You know, that's all right. But that's a good thing to happen, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
Live and local.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they say?
We do. We say that a lot.
Yeah.
We
do.
say that.
Yeah, well, we should. We are live and local. We have time? Yeah, we have time. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm pretty good. You know, I'm just.
There's some great stories in those books, by the way.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Jimi Hendrix is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Greatest guitar player?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Some people put him up with Chicago's Terry Kath.
I've never heard anyone elevate Chicago's Terry Kath to the top notch that you do. But yeah, you know, I always kind of favored Eric Clapton, but after having learned about what a racist he is, I'm just not sure I like him that
Eric
much
Clapton?
anymore. Yeah. He's
why
he
didn't
said
you tell me
well, at
that?
least he said some very racist things, and he hasn't backed down from it. And I feel terrible about it because I really liked his music.
Where'd you
and
read
stuff.
this story?
Oh, it's been all over the media in the past few
I didn't
weeks.
know that.
Yeah. So I don't know. And, you know, it may be that he's mischaracterized. I hope it's wrong, but it seems to be right. So you know.
You just never know anything. That's why I don't like skeletons out. Well, Hollywood, you can find stories with everybody.
Oh,
right?
sure, yeah.
You know, this guy's been married 40 times, but he had 40 girlfriends, whatever. I don't pay attention to that, you know. They could find problems with Jerry Mathers as the Beaver.
Well, they probably could. Yeah. You know, he always getting in trouble.
Biff? Yeah, not Biff. Ward, have you seen the Beaver?
Yeah.
There's some great lines in that.
Oh, yeah. I'm worried about the beaver. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm worried about the beaver.
beaver.
Yeah, but the best. Ward, have you seen the beaver? You know what? Every time I saw Ward, he had a sport jacket on and tie.
Yeah.
Even when he's relaxing in the living room.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And June always has the pearls on.
You know why, don't you?
Why?
Scars.
Oh, really?
From the surgeries. Yeah.
Oh.
See what you learned today? I just
about
found
that?
that out a couple months ago.
Okay.
I bought the book because it was on sale for $2.99. Yeah. I Am the Beaver. The story of
Jerry Mathers, autobiography.
He didn't get along with the guy who played Dennis the Menace.
Oh, really? Jay North?
Yeah. I saw Jay North in a Gunsmoke. He played like a young kid that got lost in a prairie.
Yeah. Now my favorite character on Leave It to Beaver, though, was Eddie Haskell. Just had to be Eddie Haskell.
He was a policeman.
Yeah, he became a policeman, but
I hated him.
what a
I
great
wanted
character.
to punch him in the teeth.
Oh yeah, but that was part of the beauty of it. He was such a duplicitous character, you know.
Then there was that guy, not very smart, Lumpy.
Lumpy Rutherford, yeah.
And I still watch. I watched it this morning, 8 to 9, you know, on MeTV.
On MeTV.
Then I watched Perry Mason, who I hated, but I want to solve the case.
Yeah. But, well, he always solves the case. He never lost the case,
One.
did he?
Towards the end of the last season.
Oh, he actually lost one.
I wish they'd show that, you know, but yeah, I liked Perry Mason. Da-da, da-da, followed by Andy Griffith. Playing a lawyer.
Oh, Matlock.
Oh,
Matlock, yeah.
Then Archie Bunker, playing a sheriff in Heat of the Night.
Oh, yeah, that's right, he did.
I like the guy that played in the original with Sidney Poitier,
In the
famous
film,
actor.
yeah.
What was his name, Lola?
Was it Rod Steiger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was Rod Steiger. Yeah.
That was a disturbing movie, but an interesting movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They call me Mr. DeFabio. They call me Mr. Tibbs. And he solves a mystery.
Yeah.
About when he goes to the greenhouse, to the rich guy, and Sidney Poitier slaps him. And he says, I could have you killed. That was the same guy that played in 1956 Invaders of the Body Snatchers.
Okay, yeah.
He became one of the Body Snatchers or whatever.
Okay.
You got to go to sleep sometime. And who was the actor said, will I be able to kiss her? Will I be able to have love? You won't be able to do those things. Maybe that would be a good world, huh? No emotions, no nothing. We just go around life.
It'd just be kind of boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
We need controversy.
Yeah, I think we need a little of that.
Yeah. We need sex. Well, I can't talk about sex because I'm an old man, but whatever. Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
You know it's Tiptoe Through the Tulips Day.
Yes, we established that.
And you knew that in 1926, Benny Goodman played a clarinet solo. You didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know that, no.
With a group recording session led by Ben Pollock and his Californians. The name of the song, if you have this, I'll buy it. He's the Last Word.
So what?
Kind of a religious song.
Was that the first time Benny Goodman played a solo
yeah.
with? Okay, all right.
Yeah. Then he became, you know, dun dun. I like that song. What is it called? Dun 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 dun. Famous song.
Famous Benny Goodman song?
Yeah, Lola. What was it? Was that Glenn Miller?
In the Mood? Or,
yeah, In the
or
Mood. That wasn't Benny Goodman,
yeah.
was it?
Yeah, I don't think it was.
I get him mixed up with Henry Mancini and all those people, you know, only because I had to listen to him as a young kid.
Yeah.
Carl Perkins, what do you know about him?
He's country rockabilly kind of guy. Wrote some songs the Beatles recorded.
Blue Suede Shoes.
Yeah, Blue Suede Shoes. Yeah.
Presley made that a famous song. Who was Presley's guy? Sam somebody?
Colonel Parker.
Yeah. He made a lot of money for himself.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Here, Elvis, 1,000 for you, 5,000 for me. By the way, if you have any of those records, Sun label, they're worth money.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
I threw mine away because I thought it would be RCA Victor.
Yeah. No.
Stupid. Okay, this Elvis, did you like him? Because I didn't. Elvis Costello.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
did like him?
I like him. He's my favorite Elvis.
Oh, that's because who did he play with? Sid Vicious and the Sex Pistols failed to show up, and he came on the stage the last second on Saturday Night Live in 1977.
Yes.
Tell me you like the Sex Pistols.
No. I mean, I kind of, I thought they were funny. I didn't really like them as a musical actor or anything.
They're
but
not in the Hall of Fame, I hope.
I don't think so. But
Sid Vicious, was he the lead singer?
he was the bass player. He killed his girlfriend and stuff like that. Yeah,
Killed his
I
girlfriend?
think he did. Yeah, it was kind of a crazy stuff.
1999, the flicks on the screens for the first time, Anne and the King. You remember that?
Anna and the King, and the King of Siam. Yeah.
Anna-
it would've
oh,
been-
okay.
Would have been
The same story as the Broadway musical, The King and I.
The King and I. Right.
With that little guy with the Napoleon syndrome, Yul Brynner.
Yul Brynner. Yep.
Over 1,000 personal appearances at a time on that show.
Yeah.
Broadway.
Yeah.
People tell me that was better than the film. Lola, was it better than the film? Do you know?
Well, Broadway is always better, but
Okay.
The King and I was really, really good. Anna and the King was with Irene Dunn and I want to say Rex Harrison, but I'm not sure.
Rex Harrison.
Maybe not.
Was he in
But
the-
it was Irene Dunn played.
Was
Anna.
it Rex Harrison in Oklahoma?
No.
Okay. Who was the star in Oklahoma?
I don't know.
Playing a trumpet. Da-da-da-da. Whatever. I'm starting to get into those movies I never thought I would like. Maybe it's because I'm becoming an old you-know-what. Okay, we've all heard, raise your right hand, Arthur Fiedler. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Boston Pops. Do you know who replaced him?
No.
Because I saw him.
Oh, John
1970.
Williams?
I
John
saw
Williams?
him, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to go see one of those orchestra things for a class. And I said, what am I doing here? Me and my buddies were there. What are we doing here? Let's get hot. I mean, let's go out and get something to eat. And you know what? We didn't want to leave because
Yeah.
Johnny Williams was so good.
Yeah.
And then he did the Jaws thing, you know. You think he made a few bucks?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
He wrote some
okay.
good stuff.
I think that's it with musicians. I'm looking through this. No. Ugh. No. Ernie Hudson. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah. A comedian. Was I think he was in Ghostbusters, wasn't he?
Yeah. From what I hear, the first one's much better than the new one.
Well, yeah.
Have you seen a new one?
Yeah.
Is there a big marshmallow at the end?
No, but the little Marshmallow Man does come back. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man does
Why
come
does
back.
he come back?
Well,
He never went away, did he? Or did they meld him down?
Well, they melded him down in the early one, but now, he's a ghost, so he comes back again, only he's reproduced.
Sigourney
he's-
Weaver?
Sigourney Weaver's not in the film, neither is Rick Moranis. But the others are.
Yeah. Lola?
Speaking of ghosts,
Oh, no.
on CBS,
No.
the show Ghosts
Yes.
is absolutely
Great.
hilarious.
Yeah. Is it?
It is
Butch?
so funny.
Even if you just see one episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your mind will flow away and you'll have a good time. It's hilarious.
Ghosts on CBS. All
Yeah.
right. Yep.
And it really, so I'm afraid it'll get canceled.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
it's
Yeah.
really good. But
Netflix canceled a lot of good shows. You know, I don't know what's wrong. I guess it's all about ratings. I don't know. 1954, Butch. Bum, 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 bum. Mr. Sandman was number one by the Chordettes.
Oh, yeah.
You hear that in the bum, bum, bum. Which one movie was it? the guy that flew and would eat people. I don't know. We won't go. 1962, Big Girls Don't Cry. Silly Girls, Four Seasons. Return to Sender was number 2 with Mr. Presley.
Okay.
You like that?
No.
Okay. 1970, number 2 was One Less Bell to Answer, Fifth Dimension.
Terrible song.
You didn't like the Fifth Dimension?
I like the Fifth Dimension. I just thought that was a terrible song.
Well, you know they did a song about me, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Bill. Bill, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're running out of
Okay,
time.
1978, You Don't Bring Me Flowers was number 2. Number 1 by the Bee Gees, Too Much Heaven.
Horrible stuff. Horrible stuff.
Hey,
But
enjoy your Christmas gift.
you have a happy Christmas, happy New Year.
And if I don't talk to you next week, I know you'll talk for me on Wednesday, right?
Yep, I'll be here.
Okay.
Okay, see ya.
Never miss a moment on AM 1600. You never know what you're going to hear or what you don't want to hear. We'll be right back.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1 W251CY, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7 W249DU, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. In Minneapolis, former Brooklyn Center police officer Kim Potter on the stand emotionally recalling the moments she fatally shot Dante Wright last April during a traffic stop, saying she mistook her gun for her taser.
I remember yelling, "Taser, taser, taser," and nothing happened. And then he told me I shot him.
Potter says it just went chaotic, saying Wright was trying to get back in his car while officers were trying to handcuff him. Potter, who served 26 years as an officer, is charged with involuntary manslaughter. The CDC now allowing schools to do what's called test to stay. That means unvaccinated kids and staff exposed to COVID can test instead of having to quarantine. At the COVID response team briefing, CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky.
No less frequent than twice a week in order to employ the test to stay protocols.
Delta and Omicron fueling cases around the country. In New York City, the famous Rockettes canceling today's holiday show. In Ohio, Governor Mike DeWine says National Guard troops are now being sent to help out at hospitals with staffing issues.
9 out of 10 people who have COVID in our hospital are unvaccinated.
On Capitol Hill, Democrats will likely leave Washington for the holidays without passing the president's Build Back Better plan, and that means the expanded monthly tax credit expires at the end of the month.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki told reporters on Air Force One Friday that the Biden administration is considering options to keep the expanded monthly child tax credit benefit going if and when the Build Back Better plan passes.
If we get it done in January, we've talked to Treasury officials and others about doing double payments in February as an option.
Since July, around 35 million American families have received the enhanced monthly tax credit of up to $300 for each child under age 6 and up to $250 for each child ages 6 through 17.
ABC's Karen Travers. You're listening to ABC News.
Do you want to be a hero for the holidays? How about getting your loved one a new iPhone? That's right. Pure Talk has iPhone 12 starting at just $479 through the end of the year. And sure, they have 13s too. Switch to Pure Talk. Great nationwide 5G coverage. Yes, the same coverage as the big guys, but the average family saves over $800 a year. Now that's just smart. There's no need to overpay for Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. Plus, with Pure Talk's 30-day risk-free guarantee, you've got nothing to lose. Unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data is just $30 a month. And like I said, the iPhone 12, just $479. From your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say Jill 50, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Plus, save on a new phone. That's pound 250, say Jill 50. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless. Some restrictions apply. See site for details.
Donald Trump ally Roger Stone on Capitol Hill today before the House lawmakers investigating the Capitol riot.
This is witch hunt
3.0.
As expected, Stone refused to answer any questions for the panel invoking the Fifth Amendment. Russia issuing ultimatums to the West as it continues to build up troops near Ukraine. ABC's Patrick Reevell is at the foreign desk.
The draft security treaties Russia has published make very big demands. They call for the US and NATO to promise not to accept any new members to the alliance, including Ukraine. It would also effectively prohibit NATO deployments in former Soviet countries. The implicit threat is Russia might attack Ukraine if it doesn't get what it wants. The question is whether Vladimir Putin is bluffing.
The U.S. rejecting those proposals. It's a week to go now before Christmas. Experts are warning shoppers to watch out for scams online. We hear more from ABC News Chief Business Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis.
Nickley Raisler says she received a text message promoting what she thought was a Michael Kors sale.
Everything seemed to be very realistic.
But after her purchase, when her bank declined it, she realized the site was fake.
It was one of those moments where it kind of caught me off guard. I was only half paying attention and browsing.
To shop safely, look for a lock next to the browser name telling you the site is secure.
This is ABC News.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech. Save big on the latest computers featuring Windows 11 Pro that easily automate workflows. Don't forget to shop servers, storage, and top-brand electronics with savings up to 45% and all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor to help you transform your digital workspaces with comprehensive end-to-end solutions. Find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
This is ONN. The Ohio Senate yesterday approved House amendments to a bill that could end all abortion access in at least some parts of Ohio. Yolanda Harris with affiliate station WBNS-TV in Columbus reports.
The bill would require physicians to provide life-saving care to babies who survive failed abortions. But it also could close 2 women's clinics in Dayton and Cincinnati. Abortion rights activists say that very few botched abortions actually occur, especially resulting in fetuses being born alive, since Ohio prohibits abortion at 20 weeks of gestation when a fetus can survive outside of the womb. I'm Yolanda Harris.
And an Ohio congressman is taking issue with members of the U.S. House pushing for contempt charges against Mark Meadows. Eric Brown has more.
The January 6th Committee on Capitol Hill continued with depositions Wednesday after compelling the full House to hold former President Trump's chief of staff in contempt of Congress. The vote to hold Mark Meadows in contempt was nearly along party lines. Congressman Jim Jordan, who represents Ohio's 4th District, says he does not support the charges.
Treating Mark Meadows as a criminal. Mark Meadows is our former colleague. He is a good man, and he is my friend.
The Department of Justice will now determine whether to charge Meadows in criminal court. Eric Brown, ONN News.
For a look at state news anytime, visit ONNradio.com. I'm Daniel Barnett on the Ohio News Network.
Stand by. You're back to live and local programming in moments on the Watchdog.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. Beware of telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you. Callers threatening you with arrest or other legal action and demanding money are not from us. If you receive a call like this, hang up, do not provide them with any form of payment or information. Report the call at oig.ssa.gov.
Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 want to thank the owners and contractors of the Ohio Valley for using their locally trained workers to help build for the future. Local 83 helps design, fabricate, and build the gas infrastructure for the oil and gas industry here in the Ohio Valley. Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 is 300 members strong and growing. They also do residential, commercial, and industrial work on both sides of the river. For more information, call Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 at 304-233-4445.
Highland Sports Complex is the coolest destination for sports and entertainment the Ohio Valley has ever seen. Pop in for some open basketball in our field house or reserve some turf time for your next practice or game on our synthetic fields. Online registration is open for development classes and leagues for youth and adults. Highland Sports is also the hottest destination for birthday parties and other events. So come challenge yourself on our play climb and enjoy your favorite virtual reality game in the arcade. No memberships required, so visit highlandsports.com to find your next entertainment experience and get ready to reach new heights.
Hello, everyone, from the Watchdog. I'm the storm tracker, Darnell Foster, with a look at your local weather forecast for your Friday. Mostly cloudy, cooler, with a high near 50 degrees. Showers likely for the overnight, with an overnight low of 40 degrees. Showers on and off for your Saturday, with highs in the lower 50s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to the outer limits.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, The Watchdog.
Tax the rich, feed the poor, tell there are no rich no more. Population keeps on breeding, nation bleeding, still life is funny, skies are sunny, bees make honey. Who needs money? Monopoly.
Well, I thought we were going to have to say that Steve Hellwagon was not available. Rumor has it that he's having coffee and breakfast with Urban Meyer, trying to settle down Urban Meyer. He's probably laughing all the way to the bank with the. What did they have to pay him when they fired him? Do you know, Steve?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm sure there was a buyout clause in the contract whenever they signed it, but not really sure what that looked like. I assume some percentage of whatever the total package was. He was making a lot of money, obviously, as the head coach.
Oh yeah, millions.
Yeah, in this case, you're paying him to go away. So there you go.
Hey, you know what? He's undefeated in Europe. He has a victory in Europe, so he's 1-0.
Yeah. He lost more games in 13 weeks in the NFL than he did in 7 years at Ohio State. So that's pretty solid.
What was he like at Ohio State, media-wise?
Well, he was very matter of fact, very direct. Had a kind of a dry sense of humor. Didn't hang around and chuckle with everybody. And just didn't spend a lot of time getting to know you or any of that. He'd come in, answer questions, and leave. And that was just kind of the way he approached it. So some people are different and try and build relationships personally, interpersonally, but he didn't have the time or the need to do that, which is fine. I mean, he's busy, and I think he told the media guy when he got there to call to Florida and ask their media guy how he does it, because there was a certain way he wanted things done, and that's how it was in his time at Ohio State. Oh yeah, you win a national championship, baby, you're calling the shots. Well,
that's true.
It's funny at Ohio State when Jim Tressel took over as the head coach, he wanted to build some bridges, and he allowed fans to come to practice in 2001.
Wow, that's cool.
And then 2002, they win the national championship. Do you think the practices were open in 2003? No, not at all. So, but that was, he said it was getting to be a little bit out of hand. They had to hire security, to help, with the 1,000 people showing up. So yeah, it was something that had to be dealt with, but yeah, it's just the way it works.
The guy I worked for in Pittsburgh for a while in the media relations, one of the best, Dan Edwards, went to Jacksonville, and a couple of weeks ago I was calling him. I said, "What's it like?" He said, "Let's not go there." and this is last year before he retires, so he's been around the National Football League a long, long time. Yeah, I don't think I could work.
Yeah,
we would probably get into it. So.
Well, I think this is going to be, hopefully, you hope, a humbling experience for him. And if he ever decides to coach again, college or high school, college or NFL, then hopefully he'll have a better approach to it and treat people the way that they should be treated. I mean, I think you can't go around in 2021, 22 and treat people the way that it was alleged that he did. And there's a reason he's not coaching in the NFL anymore, and that's because of it.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the sports pages of the Post-Gazette. There's a reason why I pay $3 for it, so I can use and abuse their articles. They got all of the signings for Penn State. They got all of the signings for Pitt. They got a whole column of West Virginia. No Ohio State. So I went through the list, see what Ohio player. It sounds like turkeys. Are you at a turkey farm?
Well, I'm actually in the Circa Hotel here in Las Vegas. I came out here because Ohio State was supposed to play Kentucky tomorrow in the CBS Classic here in Las Vegas, and we were 90 minutes into the flight and got the word that the game had been canceled because Ohio State had some COVID cases. So
wow.
I'm stuck in Las Vegas.
Oh, come on! You could have been stuck in Antarctica. Come on, Vegas. There's a lot to do in Vegas.
Now the flip side of that, when I left Columbus yesterday, it was 60 degrees, and I get here and it's 50 degrees and it was cold. So it wasn't like I was coming to some exotic locale, but yeah.
Do you gamble?
Just a little bit, $5 here, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
I might have $10 on this Toledo Middle Tennessee State game right now. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Let's see. And that's the crazy thing is you get out of bed and the games are already started here. It's 14-7 in the second quarter. So.
Wow. All right. I'm going to go over some of the youngsters in West Virginia and Ohio. Maybe you know a little bit about them. The Mountaineers got a 6'6" tight end from Huntington, West Virginia, Corbin Page. Was he on the video with Ohio State, do you know?
I don't honestly know. I think it's wonderful for West Virginia if they're able to get meaningful players from their state. And I think, that the number of college prospects in West Virginia, just because of the population, is not always that great, even though football there, I think, is underrated. I think it's very good football.
I do too.
Yeah. Across the state. I mean, the teams match up pretty well. So, and they've sent any number of people to major colleges in West Virginia over the years. But if they're able to get a difference maker from West Virginia, that's where it starts for them. And then they've got to hit Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky perhaps, and then down into Virginia and the Mid-Atlantic. They've got to be strong throughout that whole thing. And playing in the Big 12, they're able, to say to kids even in Texas, you're going to play in the Big 12. So there are areas that they can go to. I don't know, a lot of times the coaches who are there have had ties to other places, where they were able to go in and mine some talent. Like some of them have had ties to Florida and gone down there and gotten some great players over the years. So I think it just kind of depends what the coach's background is and the staff, if they can go into some of those other areas and pluck out a top 100 kid from somewhere else to help West Virginia win games. So
Yeah,
that's what.
How about this one? You might know this one. He was at the University of Cincinnati. I guess he's transferring to West Virginia. He's on this list. Zaquay Lawton, defensive end, 6'4", 240.
No, I'm not necessarily familiar with him, but obviously coming from a very good program at Cincinnati. And
Yeah.
again, that's what it takes. If you want to win at this day and age, you've got to have a combination of high school kids, and you got to go find 2 or 3 difference makers in this transfer portal every year who are going to come in. I mean, Justin Fields, the quarterback at Ohio State, started out at Georgia.
Yeah.
So, that's an example. They had an offensive lineman, Jonah Jackson, who came from Rutgers to Ohio State. He's in the NFL right now. So, yeah, you gotta take it where you can find it.
And they got a 5-star quarterback from Arizona, Nico Marceau, Marchiol. There were like 24 schools after him, and he's going to be at West Virginia. He may start his freshman year.
Wow, that would be amazing. And
Yeah.
he would get a great education, a baptism by fire in that conference, going in and playing the teams that they play. So, yeah, that would be tremendous to see that, no doubt.
Penn State got a kid from Westerville, Ohio, 5'11", 180 pounds, Westerville South in Westerville, Ohio.
Yes. Caden Saunders, wide receiver. I know him well.
Yeah.
He's a Central Ohio kid that got away from Ohio State. They're also getting Mr. Football in the state of Ohio from Medina up near Cleveland. Drew Aller is his name, and he threw for over 4,000 yards and 48 touchdowns, and also ran for 9 touchdowns this past season, was the Mr. Football Award winner. I think he got his team to the final 8 in the big school division in Ohio. So he could be the heir apparent to Sean Clifford, come in and study under him for 1 year and then maybe take over the following year.
Yeah, he's at the top of the list with Penn State, Medina, Ohio. I don't know where that is.
Yep.
I would have to Google it or GPS.
Right off the freeway going into Cleveland. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'll remember that. Yeah, I was reading about him, and he's expected to not compete, but maybe learn under Clifford. I guess Clifford's coming
Exactly.
back. There's one.
Yes.
I think there's one more kid. I don't know. But I wish they would have put the Ohio State guys on, but that's why I got you on. What are your thoughts about kids who say they're team players? I play for the team. My name is Kenny Pickett. You got the running back from Georgia. Both of them are getting ready for the draft and not playing in the bowls.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think the Michigan State running back may be the guy you're thinking of, Walker. He's not going to play in that game either. And it's unfortunate, and there's not much that coaches or colleges can really do about it. Those guys were responsible for getting them into the big-time bowl game, but then don't want to play in it. And it's too bad that this is where we are in 2021, that people are scared that they're going to get injured and impact their draft status. But if you are a proven commodity, you're holding a lottery ticket, in a lot of senses, and you don't want to let that lottery ticket out of your grasp if you go out and blow out your knee in an exhibition game of some regard. But, what I say, Bill, is it just leaves more for everybody else. The kids who sat behind that kid all year are going to get a chance to play in a big-time bowl game and start their career off the right way for next year. But, when you want to see Pittsburgh play Michigan State, you want to see Pickett out there and you want to see Walker out there, because those were the two guys that made those teams what they were.
Yeah. Well, I think it was a couple of years ago when Narduzzi, I have another name for him because he's not very media-friendly at all, said, well, it really doesn't affect us. You got to let the kids do what they want to do. And here, his number one kid is doing what he's going to do, and I'm sure Pat's not too happy about it. But Pat didn't know that he was coming back.
Yeah.
And, without Kenny Pickett, they don't win 10 or 11 games.
Yeah, and you got to fix the term ACC championship coach, Pat Narduzzi. Now he's got his bona fides. Now they're going to have a hard time getting him out of there after this season. So he's going to need a lucrative long-term extension.
They extended that for some big bucks. But you know what? If somebody wants him real bad, there's that buyout that the boosters for that particular school don't care about. So.
Yep.
All right, talk about some of your recruits. Give me a couple of names for 5-star, 4-star.
Well, I got to start with your guy from the Valley there, Avery Henry, offensive lineman from St. Clairsville. Ryan Day spoke about him for about a minute the other day on signing day and said he was kind of a diamond in the rough kid. He was committed to Iowa State, and he dropped a lot of weight going into his senior year and really toned up his body and played outstanding. And they just loved his work ethic and everything he brought to the table. So he's not a guy that's a five-star by any means, but he's a developmental guy that they think they can do a lot of great things with over the next 3 or 4 years. So
St. Clairsville, right?
Yeah, St. Clairsville, and
I saw him play. Okay, yeah. all
Yeah,
right.
and it's been a few years since Ohio State's ventured down to the Valley, but that is, Joey Galloway was from there, and different guys over the years. But good to get back in that part of the state. And he said those people are crazy about Ohio State just the same. So, so that was good. 3 of the top guys in the country are actually from Ohio. They're going to Ohio State. C.J. Hicks from Dayton, Kettering Alder High School linebacker. Sonny Stiles from Pickerington Central, a safety. He's going. And Gabe Powers, a linebacker from Marysville, just outside of Columbus. Those 3 guys. And, of course, they lost Quinn Ewers in the transfer portal to Texas. And they doubled out of that and came out of that smelling like a rose. They got a blue chipper from Utah by the name of Devin Brown, who will come in and be, along with Kyle McCord, the backup to C.J. Stroud in 2022. So they found another blue chip quarterback. Just add him to the pile. So there you go.
You know what? I'm going to name you 2 of the 4 Heisman Trophy candidates for next year. You know who they are.
Okay.
They're good friends. The Alabama quarterback and your quarterback.
Yeah, those 2 are going to be at the top of the list. I think the Oklahoma quarterback, Thompson, who got in there this year, could be a contender if he puts up big numbers with, they have a new coach, Venables, going over there from Clemson.
Yep.
He's more of a defensive guy, but you got to figure they're still going to continue to put up big numbers. But, there's a group of guys that are going to be gunning for that next year. We'll see if Young can be the second 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. There have been a lot of guys tried over the years, like Tim Tebow and maybe Leinart and Bush. I don't know, way back. But, guys that win it as underclassmen but haven't had much luck getting it the second time.
Yep. And I remember Archie Griffin, 73 and 74?
74 and 75.
That was off 1 year.
Yep. He was the dynamo.
I thought he was going to be a great pro player. I don't know. I just...
Yeah. I think it was hard to translate that. He wasn't the biggest guy.
No.
I think he had some injuries, but he did have a 6 or 8 year career with the Bengals. So he did hang around for a while. Played in the Super Bowl with the Bengals. So he did have a decent enough career.
Yeah. Also, he got a pension. He was there, 5 or 6 years. So he did okay. But I remember everything's Archie, the good old days. The good old days. Let me ask you, who was a big name? I should ask you this last night. Who was the big name that everybody thought was going to be a Pro Bowler, went to Ohio State, but he was a dud? Who do you think it was?
Oh, I don't know.
Tom Cousineau. How about Tom Cousineau?
Oh, yeah, Tom Cousineau. I think he was the number 1 overall pick, wasn't he, for the Browns?
Yeah, he was bigger in the house.
Played a year in Canada.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought, he's going to be the real deal, but he wasn't.
Nah, it didn't work out. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't.
You look at the list of the Heisman Trophy winners that were quarterbacks, a lot of them didn't do very well in the pros. So, it's a crapshoot.
It is. You're right. There haven't been a lot of them that have come out and done big things. You think about it in the NFL, in terms of getting teams to a Super Bowl or those kind of things, it's been kind of rare. But, I'd rather have it than not have it. But then again, 12-year NFL career is worth a lot of money. So
you look at the guy from Miami of Ohio. Everybody thought he was going to go to Cleveland or Cincinnati. Mr. Roethlisberger found a home in Pittsburgh, and he's still there after 18 years.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, it's nuts.
The career he's had.
It's nuts. It's nuts. So from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, how would you rate Ohio State's draft? Recruiting.
I'd say it's a 7 or an 8. They're a top 5 class, but they've still got some spots they need to fill. They need to get an interior defensive lineman and maybe another offensive lineman as well. And, of course, there'll be another signing day in February for the kids that haven't made a decision yet. They've got feelers out there to some kids, and they're working on it. So there's a few kids that remained unsigned, but about 80% of the kids sign in December, and then the other 20% sign in February. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. By the way, I don't know how far back you go in Ohio State history. Do you remember a guy by the name of Walt Harris?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew Walt. He was at OSU in 95 and 96, and then jumped off to Pittsburgh. And you know, he won I guess it would have been the Big East back then, and what was it, 04?
04.
And got to go to the Fiesta Bowl, I think.
Yeah.
And
He succeeded Johnny Majors. And I used to sit with him on plane trips because I was on the Pitt Radio Network. I used to sit next to him, and I'm thinking, this guy's talking like he invented the game. But he knew numbers, man. He knew X's and O's, and he was pretty cool.
He was a bright guy.
Yes, he
came
was.
Into Ohio State, and my buddy makes a joke that he walked into the facility for the first time in January of 95 and saw the offense on the board, the dry erase board, and he grabbed one of those erasers and starts to erase one little part up in the top right, and then got good to him, and he erased the whole board.
He had some success. He had some success as an assistant at Ohio State and then a head coach at Pitt.
In the end, he replaced it with some stuff that actually worked, so that was good.
Yeah, replaced the legend, Johnny Majors, who came back a couple of times, you know, after he left, he left in 76, went to Tennessee, and then years later came back to Pitt, which was bad, but it was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I circled that this morning, and I said, I bet Hellwagon remembers him, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew Walt really well. He was a really good guy to get to know, to talk to him, I thought. So.
Yep. And on this day in 1986, he got his cover not on the Rolling Stone, but Sports Illustrated. Penn State head coach Joe Paterno named Sportsman of the Year. Of course, that was the year
That's crazy.
They won a national championship.
Yep. And, you know, I'm old enough to remember those days when you watch them in those big Sugar Bowls and different things like that.
Yep.
You know, Penn State, you know, for the longest time was kind of the gold standard in college football. Then that reputation took a big hit, obviously, and I think that, you know, they're trying to do everything they can to make it special again. And, you know, it is very special in my mind going over there every other year. But I don't know. I'm conflicted about the whole Paterno thing. I don't know. I
don't know either. I know the Michigan guy.
I don't know what to say.
Nah, don't. I don't know what to say, so I don't. But I think Hutchinson's going to be a number one pick. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be the number one, but he's going to be in the top 3 or 4. I mean, maybe he will be if there's not a quarterback that somebody who's drafting number one needs. I'm trying to think who Jacksonville's got their quarterback if they've got the first pick, so maybe they go with Hutchinson. I don't know, but yeah.
He would look good in black and gold. Call him a Steeler.
Yeah. They got plenty of good defensive linemen already.
Yeah, you never have enough linemen.
Get to the end, but
you don't have it, just like pitching. You never have enough arms coming out of the bullpen.
That's right.
Hey,
that's right.
I don't know if we'll talk next week because I have a short week and it's Christmas weekend coming up, so I can take a couple of days off. If we don't talk, you have a safe Christmas, and we'll probably talk next year. How's that sound?
All right, sounds good, Bill. We got to preview the Rose Bowl on January the 1st, so carve out a day for that.
Who's playing?
Ohio State's playing the Pac-12 champion Utah. So.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was the Rose Bowl. That's a nice trip. That's a good game.
Yeah, I'm going to fly home, and I'm going to fly out to California in a week or so I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Hey, you have fun out there in California. That's Pasadena, right?
Yep.
Nice stadium, old press box, but it's like Fenway Park of college football. It's a great place to work and play in.
Yeah, no doubt.
No doubt. Have fun. We'll talk to you maybe next week. All right, bye-bye.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to forget Ohio State. I forgot they're playing Utah, the Utes. Yeah, Rose Bowl. Okay. Yeah, we'll watch that one. I don't go anywhere on New Year's Eve weekend or New Year's Day. Okay. I think I got a basketball game on New Year's Eve. You know, I got to ask the AD or the president. Yo, President, why do you have a scheduled game on New Year's Eve? One game, not two, not the boys and the girls. It's the girls playing a game. Maybe I'll get the blue flu. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. All I know is I got to take a break, and when we come back, a good friend of mine, we worked together. He was a pretty good reporter. Oh, no, that's John Burton at 2:05. 1:35, Ray Fittipaldo. Everybody loves Ray. Yeah, everybody in the media, the players like him too. That's important. He's going to give us an update on the Pittsburgh Steelers as they prepare to visit. Yeah, visit. They're not going anywhere. They're going to Heinz Field to take on the Tennessee Titans. Then he covers the Titans, John Burton, who works in the state of Tennessee at a very popular TV station. He used to work at Channel 4 in Pittsburgh. A real good guy, until he told me he's a Yankee fan. But I got over it, and I'm going to get over this. We got to take a break.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Chris Lawrence. After a stern lecture from the bench, 24-year-old Grayson Courtright of Hurricane gets a month in federal prison for her role in the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. Courtright was captured on video surveillance walking around the Capitol that day, carrying a members-only sign that was eventually confiscated. The judge, in addition to the sentence, gave her supervised release and a $500 in restitution to help pay for the damages. Now, prosecutors wanted her to get the full 6 months she was due. The judge said that overshot the mark a little. But the judge also took Courtright today, quote, "I tell many of my defendants they should not be judged by the worst mistake of their life. I hope that applies to you and that you will be able to overcome some of the byproducts of what you've managed to get yourself into." That's a quote. Brad McElhaney writes more at WVMetroNews.com. Meanwhile, former Parkersburg City Council member Eric Barber is awaiting sentencing after he pleaded guilty Thursday in federal court to his role on that day. McElhaney says Barber originally was identified by residents of the Parkersburg area.
As images spread of people inside the Capitol, local people identified a man who looked a lot like Barber wearing a green combat-style helmet and a military-style field jacket.
And Barber will be sentenced next year. In other news, former longtime Logan Mayor Tom Esposito has died. Esposito served 4 terms as the mayor of Logan from 1987 to 2003. He'd been battling cancer. He was 69. You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. About a dozen food banks in Kanawha County now have $10,000 apiece to work with in the days to come. That money from the Kanawha County Commission, an allocation from the American Rescue Plan. Commissioner Lance Wheeler says everybody's starting to feel the impact of food costs.
I think all the families here in Kanawha County are realizing as they go to the grocery stores that the price of food is skyrocketing. And that's something that you all are seeing as well, not only with the price to buy the product, but also the demand.
From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Lawrence.
AutomotiveMap.com presents the Sports Flash, powered by The Score on The Watchdog. I'm John Thayer. The NFL and the NFL Players Association have negotiated changes to the league's COVID-19 protocols, some of which are being put in place immediately, could help teams whose rosters have been decimated this week, helping vaccinated and asymptomatic players return to practices and games a lot sooner. In the volleyball national championship event, the 4-seed Wisconsin upset number 1 Louisville in 5 sets to advance to the national championship tomorrow night. Wisconsin will play Nebraska. The 10th-seeded Cornhuskers knocked off the Pittsburgh Panthers in 4 sets, 3-1. Nebraska and Wisconsin will meet tomorrow night. Download the Score app today. Lightning fast sports alerts so you never miss a thing. I'm John Thayer with the Sports Flash, powered by The Score on The Watchdog.
At Walgreens, we know the joy of the holiday season also has its moments. Like when it turns into, where'd I hide that gift season? Or the batteries not included season? Oh, every year. This holiday season, Walgreens makes it easy to quickly get last-minute gifts with pickup in as little as 30 minutes and delivery in as little as 1 hour. Because if it's the holiday season, it's Walgreens season.
Right now, get 40% off personalized photo gifts. Valid through December 25th. Restrictions apply. See walgreens.com/pickup for details.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno-country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Hi, this is Stacy Spry from Spry's Mail Center Plus. It's that time of year to get your packages to your loved ones for the holiday. We send UPS, FedEx, DHL, and the United States Post Office. We're also the official shipper for Ohio Valley favorites like Patsy's Pizza, Figueretti's Spaghetti Sauce, Jebbia's Fruit Baskets, and Coleman's Fish. Just give us a call and we'll make all the arrangements. As always, we do copies, faxes, emails, scanning, mailbox rental, and much more. Once again, we're teaming up with WKKX for Letters to Santa, so have your kiddos stop by with their letters to read on air by Santa himself. For any shipping or office needs, call me, Stacy Spry, at 304-232-1885. And finally, thank you for giving my family the pleasure of serving you and your family for over 14 years. Happy holidays from all of us at Spry's Mail Center Plus.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy all types of real estate completely as is. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Save big money now at Menards. Keep your home's temperature comfortable year-round while saving energy with a new Honeywell Home Thermostat. The Honeywell Home Wi-Fi T5 programmable thermostat lets you sync your comfort to your schedule with its 7-day programming, easily controlled with your smartphone or tablet. This fantastic thermostat is available for only $119. Plus, give the perfect gift with the Menards gift card.
Hi, Toppy Kirchville. Join me weekdays at 10 o'clock for Talkline. We'll talk about the big stories affecting us in West Virginia, top political figures, sports personalities, sometimes just plain folks offering their opinions on what's happening today. 10 till noon, right after the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
And we're back. Ray Fittipaldo's on the line. Ray, you recognize the song?
Vaguely, Bill. What is it?
Everyone Loves Raymond.
Oh, yeah. That's the famous theme song. Absolutely.
I stole that from the Pittsburgh station that has you on. They played it, and I heard it. I said, yeah, everybody loves Ray. You know? I thought
right?
you'd like that. You know, I got John Burton coming on. Remember him, the TV guy, Channel 4?
Sure, yeah.
Unfortunately, this is the first time I've ever had two Yankee fans on the air. I got to do something about it. Maybe I'll suspend myself. His intro bumper song will be Yankee Doodle Dandy.
John's a good dude. He worked here for many, many years.
Yeah, and then he's in Nashville, and I'm hopeful that, you know, his neighborhood or the station, everything is still intact. I can't watch any more video of the devastation that took place in that state. It just breaks my heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a tough week down there for sure.
By the way, I used your contact this morning. All right? I didn't tell him where I got his phone number, but he's going to be on the air next week to spend an hour talking about our good friend Beano Cook.
Oh, nice. I'm glad that worked out for you.
Yeah, and he said, I thought you retired. I remember growing up listening to you. I don't like to hear those things. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, send me some money if you really liked me back then. Whatever. No, but...
he was happy to do it for you.
Oh, he couldn't wait. He says, you're going to keep me on for an hour. I said, we can talk 5 hours about Beano Cook. So, you know. And I asked him, I said, is it in your book that his good friend was Jimmy the Greek? He goes, yep, there's a chapter there about betting in that. And you know, it was Beano who said way back when, 20, 30 years ago, that money will ruin college football. And I think we're seeing that taking place.
I think we are.
You know, it will never be the same. Especially,
Well,
you know,
you know
when I was growing up, you only had, what, 6 or 7 bowls? Now you got, what, 42?
Yeah, I think the first bowl game is today, actually.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'll watch it. Who's playing?
I don't even know. It's one of those minor bowls from a minor city, and I have no idea.
Oh, here we go. Bowling Green and Ohio. Oh, no, that's college hockey. I'm sorry. I don't care. Okay, let's talk about the Steelers. Any COVID-19? I was looking at the Cleveland Browns social media update. They got, what, like 16 players, including the coach. They both their quarterbacks are out. They get this kid that was with Green Bay.
Yeah, they're playing tomorrow afternoon. I have the NFL Network on as we speak. They just did a live shot, so the NFL apparently is not going to cancel that game.
Nope,
so
they won't do that.
they will be playing with Nick Mullins, their third-string quarterback. Case Keenum and Baker Mayfield are on the COVID list, as are many other important players, including Austin Hooper, their fine tight end, Jarvis Landry, their fine receiver. So that's going to be a tough one for the Browns.
Did you watch last night's game between the Chargers and the Chiefs?
No, I saw the highlights. Travis Kelce, he strikes again. He continues. I think he's in his 30s now, but he still continues to make big plays, and I guess we shouldn't be surprised.
And the kid didn't like the Steelers, went to the Chiefs. You know who I'm talking about. Melvin, right?
Melvin Ingram, yeah.
He did you hear what he did?
No, what did he do?
Overtime, you know how they bring the captains out to call the coin toss?
Uh-huh.
There was one player from each team. He represented the Chiefs, called tails. It was tails. You know the rest of that story. Chiefs went down the field, scored a touchdown. Chargers never had a chance to do a thing. So he finally did something right. I didn't know he was even playing.
Well, maybe he'll come out for the coin toss next week when the Steelers go to Arrowhead. I know the Chargers were his first team, but he famously or infamously, I guess, left the Steelers earlier this year.
Yeah, and you know the Chargers, not the Chargers, the Chiefs, they're going to have a long time to, heal, get ready, and prepare for the Steelers because, they have the weekend off and then a regular week. So that's not good news. But I'm worried about the Titans. As much as I feel like, the Steelers can beat the Titans, maybe because, the Titans are missing Derrick Henry. I don't know about their defense. What are your thoughts that the Steelers could put a W in the column at about 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, Bill, I mean, you're right. Derrick Henry isn't going to play. He's been out. That's a big blow for them. But they've continued to run the ball pretty well, actually. But that's not where it ends. A.J. Brown, their top receiver, also is out of this game. They've just been banged up all year on offense. Julio Jones, who became famous for his work in Atlanta, he's back for this game, but he really hasn't produced since he signed with the Titans. So, offensively, they've been getting it done. Some of these games they haven't been prolific, but they're still getting the job done. And listen, if they win this game, and if the Colts beat the Patriots at home later on Saturday, the Titans will be the number 1 seed in the AFC. So it's just one of those years, we're just everyone's trying to get by in the AFC. There's not one dominant great team, but hey, the Titans are right there with the rest of them as they head into this game against the Steelers on Sunday.
And I'm sure that ex-Steeler player, now the head coach at Tennessee, would love to come back home and, do a whipping on the black and gold. Now, T.J. Watt's okay. Who else? Most of the linebackers are in good shape to start, right?
Yeah, T.J. said he was going to try to play on Sunday. We talked to Alex Highsmith yesterday. He said he was good to go. Robert Spillane, coming off that knee injury, looks like he should be good to go as well. So linebacker-wise, yeah, they're in pretty good shape. Now, we'll see about Joe Hayden. He's missed the past 4 games with a foot injury. He practiced today. The injury report's going to come out in an hour or two, so we'll see what they designate him, but I think he's going to try to play as well.
Okay. Yeah, they could use Joe Hayden. I have no idea because the National Football League, almost every game, you don't know. Not just one game a week or whatever. Every game, it's like a highlight film. You know what I mean? Comebacks. Teams getting big starts and all that. But I don't know. It's just been a crazy year. And you know who's smiling? Our old friend from W&J College, Roger Goodell. Because this is what the league wants. I don't know if you knew these numbers. I'm becoming more of a number guy because I can't take my shoes off and count on my toes. Here we go. You ready? 26 teams, Ray, are either in a playoff spot or within one game of reaching the postseason. 24 out of 32 teams have 6 wins, including the Steelers. It's going to go down to the last weekend.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the playoff picture, I think the Steelers are number 11 in the AFC, but if they win on Sunday and a few other teams like Cleveland and some other teams in front of them lose, then they could be right on the cusp, of the playoffs again. So it's ever changing. Bill, I think the Steelers probably have to win 3 out of 4 to get into the postseason. I think they can get in there if they're 9-7-1. Anything less, 8-8-1, or certainly anything beyond that, they're going to be on the outside looking in. So this next month here is ultra important, and I think this Tennessee game is going to go a long way towards telling us what to do. If they get a win, it's not out of the question that they can win 2 out of the final 3. But if they lose, then it becomes really, really hard to find a path to the playoffs.
I like playing the what-if game. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
You think the Steelers will be smiling? Because I could see Cincinnati losing at Denver. I can see Green Bay beating Baltimore at Baltimore. And I could see Vegas tomorrow beating Cleveland. So if the Steelers win, you're talking about everything's uptight and out of sight, old Stevie Wonder song, in that AFC North come Monday morning.
They would be right back in it, wouldn't they? And if that all happens, and I think they would be a half a game behind the Ravens going into that Christmas, that day after Christmas game against the Chiefs. So it's going to be a wild finish, Bill. I think the Steelers can make it a whole lot more interesting if they win on Sunday. But, all these AFC North teams have tough schedules the rest of the way.
And the Steelers have had a lot of time to rest after the debacle on Thursday night. They are like the Chiefs. They got a long time to heal and everything, and I just think they're just going to come out pumped up and dancing and prancing on the field and everything. That's why I think they're going to beat Tennessee.
Well, you'll be there to see those Titans come in. Hey, it's going to be good weather. I think it's going to be in the 40s or 50s. So it's not going to be anything crazy like that. So, hopefully Ben Roethlisberger can continue to, play the way he has been playing. Bill, I think it's in the last 8 games. For the season, he has 19 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. But over the last 8 games, 16 touchdowns and only 3 picks.
Yeah.
He's been playing really, really well.
And they're still asking questions about number 11, Mr. Chesspool. I mean, you know who I mean. Yeah.
Yes. Lots of questions about him.
Oh, man. A lot of ex-Steelers are just ripping him a new you-know-what, like Joe Green, and even Franco said, who is this guy? What does he think he's doing?
Did Franco weigh in, too? I didn't see Franco weigh in.
Yeah, well, I had talked to him. He agreed with me what Joe Green said about, hey, guys from Notre Dame, you got to have some brains, right? I have no idea.
You would think.
I have no idea. But a lot of the Steelers, I'm going to be talking to Frenchie Fuqua next week when we do our annual Christmas show concerning the Immaculate Reception. And, everybody you talk to, it's just like, wow, that wouldn't happen in our, imagine the locker room today in the locker room of the 70s. Joe Green or LC would take number 11 or Jack Lambert and throw him up against the wall. Say, that's not what we do here,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, who was the team that was leading 29-7, and there was an interception was it by the Steelers? And he's dancing and prancing all the way down the field, and he's still behind by 20 points. Come on.
Yeah. Different eras, huh?
Yeah, they didn't do that at Holy Cross, did they?
No, they did not.
That's my scenario. Vegas is going to beat Cleveland. Cincinnati, that's not an easy W in Denver. Does Denver need to get into the playoffs? Where are they? 7-6.
7-6, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not bad.
So the Chargers are 8-6. Denver wins, they'll be 8-6. Oh man, this is going to be crazy. And I think, Green Bay is going to beat Baltimore. Whether Aaron Rodgers is going to play or not, I have no idea. Baltimore, who knows who's going to play? You know, if it's Lamar, I give them a chance. They're at home. But if they lose, you know, they're going to be what? Let's see. 8-6. Steelers, if they win, they'll be 7-6, half a game out.
Yeah, Bill, the more I think about it, if the only team from the North who's going to get in is the division champion.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's going to be a wild card out of the North.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Things are mixed up everywhere, and that's the way the league likes it, you know. It's not like the NBA, you know, when I see teams that are 21-8, 17-6, give me a break. By the way, Lola's team will be playing Sunday, Arizona, Detroit. We've got to mention Detroit some way, you know. Their hockey team's doing well. They're doing well. I don't know if we're going to talk next week, by the way. I have a short week. I'm off Wednesday and, of course, Christmas Eve. Maybe I'll squeeze you in on a Monday or whatever, okay? We'll talk about the game Sunday.
All right, sounds good, Bill, and I hope to see you on Sunday.
By the way, Ray, I could really mix things up for Tennessee. I'm supposed to escort them to the locker room. What if I send them, when they come off the bus, I send them to make a left? And I'd guide them down to the Pitt Panthers band room. How about that? I can hear people.
Do that.
Oh, yeah, I'd get fired. Oh, I'd get fired and sued.
It's Christmas week. They wouldn't fire you.
I'm going to do that next year when West Virginia comes in, and I got to escort them to the locker room. I'll take them to the concession. I'll take them to the Hall of Fame area. No, I can't do that either, but I could have fun, you know. Got to have fun. Sports is too serious. Too serious. All right, you take care, and if we don't talk, Merry Christmas.
All right, same to you, Bill. I'll talk to you later.
And go Red Sox. End of conversation. Thank you, Ray.
All right, see ya.
One of the most respected sports writers. And there's quite a few of them. Jerry Dulac. I saw him the other day, because he's got to go by me to go on the field to work for Channel 2 before the games. He said, "You don't have me on anymore." I goes, "Well, I'm used to Ray." He says, "I cover the Steelers as much as Ray." I said, "Okay, next year I'll have you on every week instead of Ray, okay?" And Jerry's a good guy. I like to save him for golf. There's a lot of stories out with Tiger Woods and a possible comeback. And, you know, anything Tiger Woods, anything with any big-name golfers, I go to the guy. He didn't invent the game, but he has fun covering the game. And he's been golfing at most major golf courses. Pebble Beach, U.S. Open. You know, I think he was at the British Open once. That's one of the perks of covering golf. You get to golf on the golf courses so you can write about them. That's a nice gig. Me, you know my story. When Mary Ann used to kick my butt on the miniature golf course, I wanted nothing to do with GOLF. Imagine, Lola, Mary Ann beating me in miniature golf.
I don't need to imagine that. I have the full picture in my mind.
Oh, okay. All right. And she reminds me of that once in a while. Matter of fact, I don't see miniature golf courses anymore. There used to be 2 in South Hills. They're gone. Are there any around here, Lola?
I have no idea. Yeah, Ogilvy's got one.
Okay, all right.
I don't know.
I'll find out. If I go, I'll go by myself. At least I can lose to me and win to me. Okay? All right. I couldn't call him, although I had his number. What do you talk to a coach whose team just lost in the Final Four volleyball? But I had a soundbite. And from what I understand, Dan Fisher is a pretty good guy. How do I know? Because the young lady, Christy, who has a pretty good volleyball team, they finished second in the MEC tournament. She is good friends with the Pitt volleyball team, okay? I think they even had an exhibition a couple of years ago. And she was telling me about this young coach, Dan Fisher. So I didn't have to do any homework. She gave me enough, what word do I want to use? Fodder to do some research. I felt bad for the volleyball girls. I don't like to see guys, let alone girls, crying after a loss. But they've come so far. They started the year ranked, 12th, then they were 6th, and then they ended up going to the Final Four as a 3rd seed, and they lost, okay? They got beaten by Nebraska Cornhuskers. Now Nebraska will play Wisconsin in the championship game. You know, I don't know if the girls get a ring. They would get some kind of trophy for runner-up in Division I. But you know what? You can tell your kids and their kids through this freedom of speech, I played in the Final Four. Good stuff. And half of that team comes back. A lot of good veterans on that team that are very, very good that I watched last night. It was just sad to see them lose. But, someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. But I didn't get to sleep till about 2:30. Then I watched the Chargers game. I got to get some sleep sometime. What'd you watch last night, Lola?
What did I watch?
AMC?
No, I don't watch AMC.
TCM or whatever it is?
Yeah, TCM. AMC has commercials.
Oh, okay.
And I probably just put a movie on. Oh, we watched The Equalizer and stuff.
How is that?
I love it.
Okay, all right.
Another one probably get canceled.
Yeah, why are they canceling good shows? Is it ratings?
Because that's what they do.
Yeah. I like Denzel in both Equalizer 1 and 2. It's a woman who's the equalizer, right?
Yeah, Queen Latifah.
Yeah, okay. She a
And
badass?
She kicks butt.
Yeah. Ooh, I gotta watch it.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
the commercials look great. The commercials look great. But a lot of the shows that I liked are gone. And they were popular, Wouldn't want to get in the television business. Nuh-uh. I'm happy being here. All right, we're going to take a break. And then we're going to go to the state of Tennessee, talk to my good friend John Burton, formerly of Channel 4 in Boston. A good guy, although he's a Yankee fan. We'll be right back.
And yet I'm still afraid to let it flow. What started out as friendship has grown stronger. I only wish I had the strength to let it show. I tell myself that I can't hold out forever.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600, WKKX, Wheeling.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. At today's COVID response team briefing, health experts stepping up their warnings about the rapidly spreading Omicron variant, along with Delta infection. 17 states reporting the greatest daily case averages in nearly a year. Dr. Anthony Fauci says it's a double threat, especially for the unvaccinated.
We are now facing a very important Delta surge, and we're looking over our shoulder at an oncoming Omicron surge.
The CDC now giving the green light for schools to test and stay. That's a practice, having unvaccinated kids and staff exposed to COVID instead of quarantine. In Minneapolis, former Brooklyn Center police officer Kim Potter testifying in her own defense today about that day she shot Dante Wright last April during a traffic stop. Defense attorney Earl Gray asking Potter about the moment she fired her gun. She says instead of her taser.
What did you do? We were struggling. We were trying to keep him from driving away. It just went chaotic.
Prosecutor Erin Eldridge on cross-examination questioned the veteran officer about her years of weapons training.
You started carrying a taser on your duty belt regularly as of 2005, right?
Yes.
Potter will continue testimony after a lunch break. Former President Trump's longtime supporter, Roger Stone, arriving for his deposition today, subpoenaed by the January 6th committee investigating the Capitol riot. After leaving, Stone told reporters he shared nothing.
I did invoke my Fifth Amendment rights to every question.
Stone claims the January 6th probe is another witch hunt. A week after the massive tornadoes devastated western Kentucky, Governor Andy Beshear marking the moment, donating blood and telling residents they'll have the support they need to rebuild.
Our commitment is the long term. The years that it's going to take to get each and every family impacted and every town impacted back up on their feet.
The death toll now stands at 76 in the state. You're listening to ABC News.
Do you want to be a hero for the holidays? How about getting your loved one a new iPhone? That's right. Pure Talk has iPhone 12 starting at just $479 through the end of the year. And sure, they have 13s too. Switch to Pure Talk. Great nationwide 5G coverage. Yes, the same coverage as the big guys, but the average family saves over $800 a year. Now that's just smart. There's no need to overpay for Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. Plus, with Pure Talk's 30-day risk-free guarantee, you've got nothing to lose. Unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data is just $30 a month. And like I said, the iPhone 12, just $479. From your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say Jill 50, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Plus, save on a new phone. That's pound 250, say Jill 50. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless. Some restrictions apply. See site for details.
In Northern California, closing arguments have been happening in the trial of Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes. The jurors could get the case as early as today.
After 3 months of testimony, whether Elizabeth Holmes is guilty of fraud will be up to jurors. Holmes accused of defrauding doctors, patients, and investors over a blood testing machine that didn't do what she promised. In their closing argument, prosecutors said Holmes chose fraud over business failure, but her attorneys say she was just trying to get her company going. If convicted, Holmes could spend many years in prison. Alex Stone, ABC News.
School districts across the country dealing with a social media threat that law enforcement does not deem credible. Details from ABC's Aaron Katursky.
TikTok amplified what started with a concerning post on social media. The NYPD and other law enforcement agencies said there's nothing to suggest this threat is credible, but it has drawn their attention. Police departments have deployed extra resources. And while some schools have closed as a precaution, many others are trying to keep parents calm and make sure they're not entirely discounting a threat so soon after the high school shooting in Michigan.
Finally underway, the restoration of Notre Dame, the famous Paris cathedral ravaged by that massive fire in 2019. French workers cutting the first pieces of wood that will be used to rebuild the spire. It will be the exact replica of the one that fell. The cathedral will also get a brand new interior, set to reopen in 2024. This is ABC News.
This holiday season, give the gift of Craftsman tools at Lowe's. With a heritage of performance and reliability, Craftsman is the perfect gift for the project people on your list. There's something for every builder, fixer, and creator you know. Choose from power tools, outdoor power equipment, mechanics tools, tool storage, and more. Shop in-store, online, or through our app, because there are more ways to holiday at Lowe's. And a gift from Lowe's is a gift that leads to more. U.S. only.
Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
This is ONN. The director of Ohio's Department of Health yesterday addressed a backlog of more than 7,600 positive COVID-19 cases that were recorded from March 7th through December 3rd of this year. Andrew Kinsey with affiliate station WBNS-TV in Columbus reports.
The state said the cases will be assigned with the appropriate illness onset date eventually, but for now, the backlog cases were added to the totals for this week. Doctors also telling us the level of hospitalizations and ICU patients is now alarming.
Our number of patients in the ICU is almost as bad as it has ever been throughout the entire pandemic.
Doctors warn the worst may be to come because we haven't reached the peak of the Delta variant yet. That's combined with the arrival of the new Omicron variant and flu season. I'm Andrew Kinsey.
And the Ohio State basketball team's game against Kentucky this weekend has been canceled because of a COVID-19 outbreak. Dave Holmes has more with head basketball coach Chris Holtman.
Multiple Buckeyes have tested positive for COVID, but I'm told no one has serious symptoms at this time. But that said, Ohio State is shutting down all basketball-related activities for the time being, including that game against Kentucky.
We've had multiple positives. I'll leave it at that. Right now, in order to kind of eliminate any more spread, we've shut things down, continue testing, and hopefully we'll resume activity here sooner rather than later.
I'm Dave Holmes.
And I'm Daniel Barnett on the Ohio News Network.
Live and local talk is just around the corner. Stay right here on The Watchdog.
Toyotathon is on, making now the best time to reserve one of the all-new additions to the 22 Toyota lineup, like the first ever Corolla Cross with available all-wheel drive and more space and efficiency than ever, or the all-new redesigned Tundra with uncompromising full-size power. Visit your Toyota dealer today or go online to buyatoyota.com, the official website for deals. But hurry, Toyotathon ends January 3rd. Toyota, let's go places.
Expand your tool set with professional power tools and accessories from Menards. We have over 100 Metabo tools and accessories in stock. Metabo HPT represents the gold standard in power tools and accessories. When the job site demands the best, turn to Metabo HPT power tools and accessories. Buy a Metabo HPT starter kit at $179.99 and get a power tool free. Sale price is good through December 24th. Plus, give the perfect gift with a Menards gift card.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home.
They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Hello, everyone, from the Watchdog. I'm the storm tracker, Darnell Foster, with a look at your local weather forecast for your Friday. Mostly cloudy, cooler, with a high near 50 degrees. Showers likely for the overnight, with an overnight low of 40 degrees. Showers on and off for your Saturday, with highs in the lower 50s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, The Watchdog.
Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Father, I went down to camp along with Captain Goody. There we saw the men and boys as thick as hasty pudding. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. There we saw 1,000 men as rich as Squire David. What they wasted every day, I wish it could be saved. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. There was Captain Washington upon a slapping stallion, giving orders to his men. I guess there was a million. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy.
John, are you there?
Yes, Billy, I'm here. You still got this crappy little radio show, huh? Congratulations.
No, a lot of people hear me. You know, maybe you work for a crappy TV show. You know what I mean? You were number
Maybe
3.
I do.
You were on number 3 on a number 2 man staff at Channel 4. Who are you kidding?
No, I was number 1, and you know it.
Yeah, yep, I liked you, man. I liked you. I didn't care you were a Yankee fan. By the way, I thought it would be cool to have Yankee Doodle Dandy. I thought I could find the James Cagney song, but we got this girl singing. But you got the message, Yankee Doodle Dandy, because you're a Yankee fan.
Yeah, well, they better get to work after this lockout ends because they haven't signed anybody, and the Mets are laughing them right now in New York, and I don't like it.
No, oh, you hate the Mets, right?
No, really, I'm not one of those Yankee fans that hates the Mets. I find them annoying sometimes. Their fans are really annoying because Mets fans, they're more obsessed with hating the Yankees than they are liking the Mets, and it's just annoying, but I find it funny sometimes. So,
well, I'm going to have to send you. I'll have to send you an extra large Red Sox shirt. How's that?
Sure, I'll burn it and post it on social media. It'd be great.
You would do that. You would do that to
I'm
me,
that guy.
wouldn't you? Yeah, you're that guy.
I'm that guy.
Hey, I got to ask you, what's it like in your neighborhood? Was it affecting your family or anything with all the tornadoes?
Fortunately, no. We had some severe storms here in Middle Tennessee, but the biggest damage was in southern Kentucky, which is, our neighboring region.
Yeah.
Bowling Green, Kentucky got hit really hard.
Ooh.
I think it's up to almost 80 people dead. It's really tragic. I mean, the stretch of the tornado was for some 240, 250 miles, and it really wiped out a lot of homes and businesses and stuff. And so they're in rebuilding mode just up the road in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and I certainly feel for all the people there. But fortunately, where I was in Middle Tennessee wasn't hit that hard.
So you were at the right place at a bad time, it seemed, right?
Story of my life.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you're good at what you do, and you know what? As long as I know you, as long as I'm around, I hope I can always call on my friend and talk to him, okay? Well, thank you
Absolutely, Billy.
Thank you for being with us. No.
All right.
Hey, are you coming to Pittsburgh?
Yeah. Flying in tomorrow, covering the game. Looking forward to it for a number of reasons. Obviously, it's an important AFC game, Titans and Steelers. But for me, personally, this will probably be my last opportunity to see Ben Roethlisberger play in person. You know, I was obviously living and working in Pittsburgh when he was drafted in 2004. And remember, the rookie contracts were a lot different back then. You remember, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, and so it took Ben a while to get his contract signed and for him to get into camp. And when he did, I was able to score a live interview with him for Channel 4, probably, you know, only a couple minutes after he signed his contract and reported to camp. And so Ben and I always had a pretty decent relationship over the years. So I'm looking forward for that opportunity. And I just want to see how both these teams respond. You know, the Titans have lost 2 of their last 3 games. And, of course, Steelers coming off that heartbreaking near comeback win over the Vikings. And so, obviously, it's their last chance. They lose this game, they're probably out of it. And the Titans, you know, they're losing their grip on the number 1 seed in the AFC. You saw what the Chiefs did last night. Patriots are red hot. We'll see what they do tomorrow in Indy. So a lot on the line in this game. It's going to be a huge, huge late-season AFC matchup.
Can the Titans, well, I think anybody can run through the Steelers' defense, even you, if the hole's big enough. Do you think without Derrick Henry, the chances are slim and none that the Titans can steal one at Heinz Field?
No, it's certainly possible. You know, they've been running the ball okay at times without Derrick Henry. Obviously, the consistency's not there. You got 2 guys that are trying to, you know, make up for one guy in Dontrell Hilliard and Deontay Foreman. They've been decent. They've been okay. And all you really want is to have some kind of representative running game to set up Ryan Tannehill and play action. You know, that's the biggest thing. That's what this running game does because Tannehill's really good at play action. But, you know, you take a look at it, A.J. Brown is not eligible to come off IR. He will not play on Sunday. We know he'll be out. Julio Jones will play, but he just got back last week against Jacksonville from a hamstring injury that's been bothering him. Don't know if he's 100% full speed yet. So Titans certainly can pull this off, but, you know, you look at some of the intangibles. As I mentioned, the Steelers, a proud franchise. They're playing at home. You know, this is probably their last opportunity to just get back in and stay in the playoff hunt. You know, like I said, they lose this game, their season's pretty much over. Ben's career's pretty much over. I expect a tremendous effort from the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday.
Yeah. You know, if Vegas beats Cleveland, I think the trainers are going to play because they got so many players that can't play because of COVID-19. I could see them losing to Vegas. I could see Cincinnati losing in Denver, and I can see Green Bay winning in Baltimore. And if the Steelers win, you know, they're in the pot. You know, they're contenders again.
Yeah, they're in the hopper. You know, that's why this game is so important. Like you said, all those reasons you laid out. You know, it's not a done deal, this division. I think this division is going to go down to the wire. Now, you know, I hope I don't offend some people listening, but I feel like of the 4 teams, Pittsburgh, top to bottom, probably the least talented. But, you know, they've got a head coach who's been there and done that. And they've got a quarterback that certainly has been there and done that. So you're right, man. They win this game. They are very much alive for certainly a playoff spot. And, you know, the division is still in play. So that's why I expect them to go all out. And I expect a very, very tough physical game. And, you know, for the Titans, like I said, you know, they're pretty much in control of their division. They lead the Colts by 2 games. Plus, they have the head-to-head tiebreaker over them because they beat them twice. You know, they still have an outside shot, I would say, at this point, at the number 1 seed in the AFC. But like I said, Kansas City is technically on top by a half game, followed by New England, who beat Tennessee a couple of weeks ago. So they have the head-to-head tiebreak. So, you know, for the Titans, if they want to, you know, still lay claim to that number 1 seed, it's kind of a must-win for them. So, like I said, it's shaping up to be a really, really fun matchup on Sunday.
Okay, if I'm a Tennessee Titan head coach, Mike Vrabel, the former Steeler, do I want to see New England beat Indianapolis? I don't want to see Indianapolis win, right? Because that puts a little bit more pressure on you.
No, I think you want the Colts to win
Okay.
because that brings you closer to the Patriots, like I said, because in order to get that 1 or 2 seed, you're going to have to finish with a better record than New England. You've got the Colts on lock.
Okay.
Like I said, you beat them twice. You own the head-to-head tie break. Plus, you'll still be a game up on them. So, yeah, you actually – we were talking about that this week on my show. You know, who do you want to win? And I think the consensus is you actually want the Colts to beat the Patriots on tomorrow night, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It's been a week. I mean, it used to be, you know, maybe a game a week, but it's like every game there's drama, you know, and I think that's the way Goodell and the NFL owners like it. Parity.
Yeah, they want every team to finish at or around 500. You know, the league is designed to where teams can't dominate. That's what makes what really the Patriots and to a lesser degree the Steelers, what those two teams have been able to do, those two organizations have been able to do for the better part of 20 years to stay competitive. You know, the Steelers haven't had a losing record since 2003. To be able to, you know, be in contention every year, the league is not designed that way. But yeah, you're right. It's been a crazy year. You know, and COVID has just added to it. So, you know, I think these next 4 or 5 weeks that we have left in the season, you're going to see a lot of crazy stuff happening.
Yeah. Did you cover the Pitt-Tennessee game, the first game of the regular season?
No, I watched it though. Yeah, Knoxville's a couple hours away from us, and we were short on staff. That we normally cover. We normally go up there to cover the big SEC games, but I watched it, and I watched Kenny Pickett. And, they did a great job that day because Tennessee, they had an opportunity. They got out to an early lead. They had an opportunity to break that game wide open, and their quarterback Joe Milton missed some wide open receivers that would have been, you know, thrown for touchdowns, and then Hendon Hooker came in, but by then it was too late. So definitely did watch that game.
Are you surprised Pickett and a bunch of other guys are not going to play in bowl games?
No, I'm not, because that's where we're at now. You know what I mean? And if you're Kenny Pickett, I mean, it's no debt owed to Pitt. You helped engineer the greatest season since Marino left in 1982. You won a championship. Yeah, would you like to beat Michigan State in the Peach Bowl or wherever bowl they're playing in? Sure you would. But Kenny Pickett, his stock rose so much with this season that he had, being a Heisman Trophy finalist. It's not a strong class for quarterbacks coming into the draft this year, but he's certainly at or near the top. I fully understand him saying, hey, guys, I'm out. I got to get ready for the draft. I got to stay healthy. I know, you know, Pittsburgh and where you're at in West Virginia, it's a lot of old school mentality. You know, you can't leave your guys. You got to play. But it's just a different dynamic now. So I don't blame Pickett or any of these other soon-to-be top draft prospects at all, unless you're playing for a national championship. I mean, it's perfectly all right in my eyes to sit out. Would I like to see him play? Would I like to see him play against Michigan State? Yeah, I would, but I understand why he's not.
And the Michigan State's great running back, he's not going to be playing. So, you know, whatever.
Well, he's banged up, and B, yeah, he doesn't want to, you know, further damage himself. So that's just the lay of the land, man. That's just where we're at. You know, you saw when the kid from Notre Dame a few years ago, who was going to be a lock top 10, maybe top 5 pick, got hurt in the Fiesta Bowl, wherever it was. You know, the light bulb kind of went off. It's like, hey, it's great to play in this game, but let's be honest, Billy. These bowl games, they're nothing more than exhibition games, number one, and number two, they're 3.5-hour infomercials for the two schools and two football programs that are playing. I mean, it's just, you know, that's just the reality of it.
Yes,
you know?
it is. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm having.
And it's also an excuse for people to bet.
Oh, yeah. We didn't used to talk about that 20, 30 years ago. I wasn't allowed to say Steelers are favored by 3 over Cleveland. You didn't talk about that. Now, every commercial's betting. You know?
Yeah, you know, Jimmy the Greek is probably rolling over in his grave. I mean, he made a lot of money on CBS on the NFL Today.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what he'd be worth now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And speaking of Jimmy the Greek, his good friend, Beano Cook. Beano's got a book out. You got to get it, by the way. It's a great story on Beano Cook. You remember him?
Of course.
Yeah.
Beano's great. I broke bread with Beano. I knew him a little bit from my days living in Pittsburgh. And he used to tell me all the time, he'd be like, Bart, are you married? No. Good. Don't get married. My God, these women. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he told me the same thing after I got married. He called me names.
Yeah.
I can't, yeah. But, you know, Beano gave me a chance. At one time, we had a TV show together, 10:30 to 11 o'clock, sometimes 10:30 to 11. It was a who's who, and I was in charge of getting some guests. He would tell me, call this number. You'll get Sugar Ray Leonard, okay? Call this number. You'll get Lou Holtz. So I would call that number. We'd have some of the guys in studio. John Matuzak picked me up by the throat because I said, you're the Tuzin with the cruising or whatever. He picked me up by the throat. L.C. Greenwood, Franco Harris. So after I had those guys on TV, I'd get phone numbers and I use them on my radio stations. But he opened so many doors for me, you know, and he paid me well.
Well, I noticed of your name dropping there, but humble brag. You didn't mention Mel Blunt for some reason.
Mel Blunt was there. He tried to put. You ready for this? I think I still have it on VHS. I said I'd like to wear that hat, and it wouldn't fit my fat head. And he laughed, and the producers laughed, the director laughed. I mean, it looked like you're putting a little golf cap on a watermelon, you know? But it was Bino. It was Bino's show. And in his book, there's a chapter about college football. He said it's not going to happen now, but money someday will ruin college football. And I got to agree with him.
It might. I mean, you know, with the NIL deals now, and you know, athletes can get money for their name, image, and likeness, and you know, you see these billion-dollar TV deals that are going around, and you know, I work at a CBS affiliate, and we had the Saturday afternoon SEC game of the week, and now that's going, you know, that's going bye-bye in a couple of years. ESPN's going to gobble all that, and ABC. So, yeah, man, listen. You know, we've known for years that college athletics, especially football and college basketball in March, is big, big money. And part of me is glad that the kids get a piece of it, but I don't know. I just hope it can get regulated and it doesn't get out of control. But good luck with that.
Yeah, then we got the portal. You know, I don't like this. I don't like the head coach. I'm going somewhere else. And usually you go somewhere else. I don't know. I'm sure Alabama, though, I don't think Nick Saban has to go out and recruit. He just picks up the phone. Sorry, we don't have room for you. Whatever.
Yeah, it's funny because, you know, the other day was early signing day, and just for fun, I perused through Alabama's recruiting class, ranked number one.
Oh, yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah.
5-star, 5-star, 5-star,
Five-star, yeah.
4-star for the 5-star, 4-star, 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. Tennessee didn't have one. They had a bunch of 4s, no 5s. And poor Vanderbilt, they had a bunch of 3s, which is a great recruiting class for them.
Wow. I remember when Vanderbilt had a hell of a basketball team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tennessee girls are doing okay, right, in basketball?
Yeah, Lady Vols?
Yeah.
They're not girls, Billy. They're women, you misogynist, first of all.
Oh.
It's the Lady Vols. Kelly Harper, I believe she's in her 3rd season now as head coach. Of course, former Lady Vol, won a bunch of national championships playing for Pat Summitt. Yeah, they've had a nice resurgence, man. They're highly ranked. She's recruited well. She's really steadied that program. She's done a nice job. So you never want to be the man, or in this case, the woman replacing the woman. You want to be the woman replacing the woman who replaced the woman, if that makes sense.
Yeah, could you repeat that again, please? Jesus.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, Holly Warlick replaced Pat Summitt, and, you know, she did well, but never got this team to the Final Four, which is, you know, that's expected every year that you get to the Final Four. And Kelly's come in. She got them, I think, to the Sweet 16, but they're building something there. So, yeah, Lady Vol's off to a pretty good start.
All right, I'll do a little correction because times have changed. I watched the women's Pitt volleyball team last night in its entirety.
I'm sure you did. It was on TV. I caught a little bit of that.
Yeah, I was impressed. You know, I got into it, man.
Yeah, they got a good team.
Yeah.
They got a good team. Yeah, I was flipping through the channels, and I watched a little bit of that.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, they didn't win a championship. They got to the Final Four. That's good because, you know, the last time that school's won anything big was 76 with Tony Dorsett. So I guess they need a couple of more trophies in their trophy case. But I thought it was great entertainment. Even when they took time out, you didn't have to go through 7 or 8 commercials.
Yeah, I know how your attention span is, Billy. You'll fall asleep.
Yeah, well, I just turned 70. Come on, give me a break, John. Quit picking on me.
You're old, man.
Oh, man, that's
I'm not far behind you, Billy. So I sympathize.
But I always respected you, and I hope, you know, when I call you, you always have time for Billy Boy DeFabio, okay?
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right, you're cool, man. Good luck to the Yankees and the Red
Thank
Sox.
you.
I don't know, you got the Red Sox owner. He don't want to spend money, but he goes out and buy a hockey team. Go figure, right?
Yeah, I know. But, you know, it's the Red Sox. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Can I still use your name in Pittsburgh and get free dinners?
Sure, Hyde Park, Buca di Beppo, wherever you want to go.
Yeah, well, I want to go somewhere. Every time I say I'm Bill DeFabio, they charge me double.
Yeah, well, you should be lucky that they let you in the damn place.
Yeah, well, I always thought I could be Tony La Russa, You know who I am?
Exactly.
Sports is still fun, and you'll agree with me, we get paid for having something to do that we love, right?
Absolutely. I'm very blessed, man. I've had a wonderful career and can't complain about anything, man. So it's all good. Good to talk to you, Billy. Happy holidays to you and yours and to all your listeners.
Be safe and go Red Sox.
Whatever. Bye.
Thank you, John. All right, I forgot about the girls, the women. I don't know. Young women, whatever. Okay. But it was great to see that. Even hitting that ball. Man, if I got hit with one of those in the head, I'd be dead. I would like to see them go to the championship. Okay, I thought they would because they were the number 3 seed, but Nebraska's just real good. And I thought when Pitt won the first set, see you later, Cornhuskers. Go back to the cornfields. But those women, they were good too. One of the best defensive teams, although they were seeded number 10. But you know what? You go to the Final Four in anything, that's an accomplishment, and I think the individuals will always cherish, so to speak. All right, we're going to close the show with Bobby the Legend. I think he had the points for last night's game down pat. Man, I should bet money. But I always lose if I bring out the cash. All right, maybe we'll play for dinners down the road. I guess there are 2 bowl games, Lola, tonight? 2 of them? Yeah. We'll ask the Legend if he has time to go over them. All right, but the big ones are coming next weekend. Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. All right, we'll be right back with the final segment of the variety show with Bobby the Legend and Bill DeFabio, not a legend, just a hard-working blue-collar guy who's got a good friend in Lola Miller.
Letty Brown says goodbye. Hi, everybody. I'm Tony Caridi. That story coming up on today's Mountaineer Report, brought to us by Kroger.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen, prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop illegal. We've got even more special holiday food, like delicious king crab legs, private selection gourmet potatoes, or cave-aged Murray's cheese, and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details. 42 million Americans struggle with hunger, yet 35% of the food in this country is wasted. Those aren't just numbers. They're our neighbors, your daughter's friend from school, the family of 4 next door. The Kroger Company Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Foundation is committed to making fresh food accessible to all by ensuring it never goes to waste. Together, we can help end hunger. Learn more at zerohunger.zerowastefoundation.org.
What had been speculated is now official. The career of Letty Brown as a WVU football player is now over. Brown announcing on Thursday that he will opt out of the upcoming bowl game, and in essence, his career in the gold and blue is complete. He'll focus his energy now on getting ready for the NFL draft. As for Brown, very productive career, 4 seasons at West Virginia. He ran for almost 3,000 yards. He finishes up with 2,888 yards. In the COVID season, he cracked the 1,000-yard mark with 1,010 yards. This past season, 1,065 yards. He got better every season that he played at West Virginia. He ends up with 27 running touchdowns in his career and 5 receiving touchdowns. This all means that Tony Mathis, who ran the ball very well toward the end of the season, will move up on the depth chart, and he'll be the starter in West Virginia's bowl game. It is a travel day for the WVU basketball team. The Mountaineers will try to go 10-1 tomorrow when they take on the Blazers of UAB. This has been an interesting series. In fact, a very limited series for West Virginia. The 2 teams have only played 3 times, but UAB has beaten the Mountaineers on 2 occasions. West Virginia's lone victory coming in February of 1987. The Mountaineers beat UAB at the Coliseum 79-64. The most recent game took place 1991. 30 years ago, West Virginia met up with UAB in a tournament that took place in California and fell in that game 88-84. We invite you to join us. Complete coverage here, West Virginia and UAB tomorrow afternoon. That is today's Mountaineer Report, brought to us by Kroger, the official grocer of WVU Athletics. I'm Tony Caridi on the Mountaineer Sports Network from Learfield.
AutomotiveMap.com presents the Sports Flash, powered by The Score on the Watchdog. I'm John Thayer. The NFL and the NFL Players Association have negotiated changes to the league's COVID-19 protocols, some of which are being put in place immediately, could help teams whose rosters have been decimated this week, helping vaccinated and asymptomatic players return to practices and games a lot sooner. In the volleyball national championship event, the 4-seed Wisconsin upset number 1 Louisville in 5 sets to advance to the national championship tomorrow night. Wisconsin will play Nebraska. The 10th-seeded Cornhuskers knocked off the Pittsburgh Panthers in 4 sets, 3-1. Nebraska and Wisconsin will meet tomorrow night. Download the Score app today. Lightning-fast sports alerts so you never miss a thing. I'm John Thayer with the Sports Flash, powered by The Score on the Watchdog.
At Walgreens, we know the joy of the holiday season also has its moments. Like when it turns into where'd I hide that gift season, or the batteries not included season. Oh, every year. This holiday season, Walgreens makes it easy to quickly get last-minute gifts with pickup in as little as 30 minutes and delivery in as little as 1 hour. Because if it's the holiday season, it's Walgreens season.
Right now, get 40% off personalized photo gifts. Valid through December 25th. Restrictions apply. See walgreens.com/pickup for details.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno-country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy all types of real estate completely as is. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Highland Sports Complex is the coolest destination for sports and entertainment the Ohio Valley has ever seen. Pop in for some open basketball in our field house or reserve some turf time for your next practice or game on our synthetic fields. Online registration is open for development classes and leagues for youth and adults. Highland Sports is also the hottest destination for birthday parties and other events. So come challenge yourself on our play climb and enjoy your favorite virtual reality game in the arcade. No memberships required, so visit highlandsports.com to find your next entertainment experience and get ready to reach new heights.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Hi, it's Hoppy Kirchville. Join me weekdays at 10 o'clock for Talkline. We'll talk about the big stories affecting us in West Virginia, top political figures, sports personalities, sometimes just plain folks offering their opinions on what's happening today. 10 till noon, right after the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
They don't even know my name. They call me the Wanderer. Yeah, the Wanderer. I roam around. Oh, well, let's blow
Well, in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, we used to have this thing called the AP machine, UPI machine, United Press International. Well, I'm going to try and do impersonation of an AP story because it just came over. And Cleveland Brown fans, you might not be happy. This just in 3 minutes ago. The Browns-Raiders game has been postponed Saturday. Why are you making some noise out there? Hey, Bobby, hold it.
Well, sir.
The game Saturday is going to be moved to Monday because of COVID-19 outbreak.
Well, they thought everything was going to go down, and
well, it went down
here. Yeah, well, they said there was no stipulations about stopping anything, and there was a rumor that, like what you said.
Yeah, well, it's not a rumor. It's been moved to Monday night. Maybe that'll help the Browns to get some of those players off of the COVID reserve, whatever. You know, the NFL and Roger Goodell, I don't believe everything and anything they say, just like politics in the White House or Dr. Fauci, whatever. I'm just like, okay, this will change. And I didn't think they would postpone it, but it's the first virus-related rescheduling this season. Last night, Philadelphia hockey team played Montreal, and there were no fans allowed in because of COVID-19. I don't get it. But they made all the seats wear masks. Go figure, right?
Yeah, I believe Canada's 50% now. Fans are only allowed into the games.
Hey, I want to make Lola sick. Tell her what you just told me. You got done serving this unbelievable Scrumblioso dessert. Lola, listen up. Go ahead, Bobby, tell her.
Triple chocolate truffle cake there, Lola. I didn't even have to go to Detroit to find it either.
Oh, my God. That sounds absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and I just gave her a thing of Pringles. Oh, boy. Where did you get? Is it made right there at the Duquesne Club?
Yes, it is.
Oh, boy. What else did you have for dessert?
Well, there's what I told this secret is the eggnog ice cream. I'm a big eggnog fan.
Lola, you don't like eggnog, do you?
I love eggnog. And now, if you get the ice cream, is it an adult ice cream?
What's an adult ice cream?
It has rum in it.
Oh, okay. I don't like egg. Okay. How about that, legend?
Yeah, that sounds very Christmas spirity.
Yeah, that's from Lola's recipe book on good stuff to put in your stomach that's liquid,
Wow.
I never knew you could put rum in. Well, whatever. Okay. Oh, that cake. I'm picturing it in my mind. I'm going to close my eyes. Describe that chocolate cake again, will you?
It's a triple chocolate. It's a tire, it looks like it's unbelievable. 3 layers.
Oh, boy.
It's just served warm.
Oh, why you do this? Is it fat-free?
No, I can't help you with that.
Okay. No sugar? Yeah. Yeah, take a picture of it and send it to Lola. Okay, let's get down to it and talk about, you want to do the 2 bowl games real quick?
Yeah, we can, I got 1 bowl game and I got some college bowl props, but all our listeners last week, if they were listening, hopefully they went to the bank with our sleeper pick with the Rams beating Arizona. Legend St. Nick come through, so hopefully this week we'll keep the fire burning.
Yeah, okay, all right. It's crazy out there in the NFL. All right, let's hear your picks of the week.
Okay, your beloved Marshall Thundering Herd are in a bowl game, and they're playing Louisiana Lafayette. But unfortunately, the Louisiana Lafayette, their coach, he took off on them. They are 12-1. They lost the first game of the year, but they won 12 in a row. L.A. Lafayette is 5-0 in their last 5 games against the spread. And the Marshall Herd, the Thundering Herd, they have won 8 bowl games. So with that in mind, I'm going to go for the upset. I'm going to root for the Thundering Herd, and I'm going to go Marshall 24-10.
Okay, that'll make our Marshall fans, because there's quite a few here, Marshall. All right. Next.
Now, I found an interesting prop. As I mentioned, I love stats. And unfortunately, our friend Kenny Pickett has decided not to play in the bowl game for the University of Pittsburgh.
So what's that mean with odds and betting?
Okay, the Pitt line went up. The Pitt line now is Pitt is favored minus 4.5. But here, if you think that University of Pittsburgh is going to score the most points out of any bowl games, if you go down to the casino and you put up $100, you could win $330.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, but Michigan State, what about them? You think the odds would improve because their running game and their fantastic runner has pulled a Kenny Pickett, and he's not going to play.
Yeah, both star players aren't playing, and Michigan State, their defensive backfield is terrible.
Oh yeah.
So Pittsburgh should be able to score a lot of points. In other college games, with Cincinnati Bearcats, they're also if you lay $100, you can win $380. And Alabama, though, unfortunately, you have to. This is the opposite. If you have to lay $550 to win 100. So they're pretty much predicting Alabama to win a national championship.
What idiot not named Bill DeFabio would put $550 to win 100? Come on, Bobby.
Yeah, that's strong tensions there.
Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, all right. Next.
Let's go to the pros.
Let's do it. NFL, here we come.
Okay, Saturday, New England, the late game. New England at Indianapolis. New England is favored by 2.5. New England this year leads in scoring defense, 15.4 points per game. They've only, check this out, they've only given up 36 points in 5 games.
Whoa.
But in Indianapolis, though, their defense held in 3 of their last 4 opponents a total of 17 points or less. So they're not too shabby either. But you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. New England has won 7 games in a row. So with that, I'm going to go New England 24, Indianapolis 21.
That game so far will be played Saturday, but as I just mentioned, and for those of you just listening in, or maybe wanted more details, it's like this. No Cleveland Browns Raiders game Saturday. It will be played on Monday night, okay? I think there's going to be more games to follow. Who knows with this COVID-19 and all the crap it brings to the table. Not pleasant news, but as a messenger, I got to give you that bad news. Maybe that's good news for Cleveland, as I mentioned. Maybe some of those guys will be able to come back. I don't know. All right, your next NFL game.
I have, this is a pretty good tilt here, Green Bay and Baltimore. Green Bay, this is kind of crazy. I guess they're banking on Lamar Jackson not playing, or if he is playing, but the line is Green Bay minus 2.5. After the last 6 games, Baltimore is 5-1 straight up as a home dog. This stat, Aaron Rodgers, the last 3 games, has 1,033 yards, 10 touchdowns, and no interceptions.
That's with a bad toe.
Green Bay is 5-2 against the spread their last 7 games versus Baltimore. But the stat that I like here is Baltimore is 10-0 straight up their last 10 games they've played against an NFC team. So I'm going to go for the upset here, bearing that Baltimore is playing with Lamar Jackson. I'm going to go Baltimore 24-3. They shut out Aaron Rodgers.
No, okay. I'm not going to say you're wrong because I don't think you've been wrong only a couple of times all year. 24-3. Now, what if Lamar Jackson doesn't play, Bob?
Then I suspect that the line will probably grow. Since it's 2.5 now, might go up to 4.
Okay, all right. Very interesting. I never thought of that. A lot depends on Lamar Jackson. And who knows, even when he's healthy, he can still throw 4 or 5 interceptions, and they find a way to win. They find a way to win with all those injuries. That's now 20 players injured reserve. That's amazing. All right, you got another one?
I do have another one, saved the best for last, but really, it's not the best around here lately.
Okay.
Tennessee versus Pittsburgh. Tennessee, with Pittsburgh being home, Tennessee is favored by 2.5. But though our Pittsburgh Steelers are 5-0, straight up as a home underdog. Pittsburgh is 10-4. I should straight up 10-2 against the spread. Their last home when they are a home underdog. And Pittsburgh is also 4-1 against the spread, their last 5 versus AFC teams. So, being that Pittsburgh needs the game, and I don't think they can lose any more games, I'm going to go with the Steelers 23-21.
Okay. I think the Steelers will come out burning, man. They've had, 10 days off, only a couple of practices. After that Thursday night game, they got a little break. Then on the other side of the coin, Kansas City, after playing last night, they have a few more days to rest up, take care of the bumps and bruises when they play Pittsburgh next week. But that's next week. Hey, how'd you do with Army-Navy?
Unfortunately, I was wrong about that. While we kind of underestimated the Naval Academy, Army being in the bowl game, and that was kind of an interesting game. I got to watch most of the first half. I didn't get to watch the second half, but
now wait
congratulations to the Naval Academy.
You're a numbers guy. Why didn't you check up Navy's schedule? They played 11 teams that are going to the bowls. Army had played in the Sisters of the Poor, University of Massachusetts, Liberty. I wondered why they were 9-3 or whatever, or 9-4. And here's poor Navy, 3-8, but they were playing great teams every week. You should have checked those numbers out and changed your bet at halftime.
Myself, as being a numbers guy, sir, as you mentioned, a man by the name of Mr. Bill DeFabio pointed that out to me. Thank you for the late information.
Well, did I cost you money?
No, it didn't. I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a hard bet with me because I mentioned as a matter of fact, my Christmas present's coming home today. My grandson's coming home from the Navy.
Oh, is he? Okay. Where was he stationed? Annapolis?
He's stationed down in Virginia Beach, down in Norfolk.
Okay. How many, the Nailers are playing there. The Wheeling Nailers hockey team's playing there this weekend. How many years does he have tucked in his duffel bag?
He has 4, so he's getting there.
Does he like it?
Yeah, he likes it, but he still wants to be a policeman.
Oh. Bobby, talk to him.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, West Virginia State Police, they have a banner up at the Highlands, now hiring. My hometown, Washington, there's like 9 openings for city policemen. Nobody wants to be a policeman, no matter what kind of bonus they're sending out for you to sign up. You never used to hear that. The Pennsylvania State Police, the main headquarters out of Harrisburg, they're begging for troopers. But if that's what he wants to do, if he wants to be, what's on the car doors? To serve and protect, I'm with him, okay?
Thank you.
All right. How old is he, by the way?
He'll be 22.
Okay, so this is like your Christmas gift?
Yes, it is. I haven't seen him in emotional kind of guy I am. I haven't seen him in a year and a half, so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. You bet on Army when he's with the Navy. So you're betting against him. Bobby, come on.
Yeah, you thought it was a slam dunk, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I intercepted the ball. Hey, listen, Urban Meyer, as much as I dislike the guy, and I'm glad they fired him, don't feel sorry for him because the payola out is a lot of money. But why do you fire somebody a little bit after midnight? Come on. Have him come into your office in the morning and tell him to his face. They probably text him, the owner, the billionaire owner. Sorry, coach, you're no longer with us. But that's a sign of the times. Right near a holiday, too. It happens in my business. I don't know about your business. It happens in my business. Firings always happen before Thanksgiving or Christmas. I learned a long time ago, because I've been hired, fired. Don't answer the phone around the holidays. But I guess now they can text you. Bill, you're no longer needed. Or we're going, what's the famous saying, Bobby? We're going in a different direction.
Okay. Yeah, that's the word comes to mind when you think about trust, and that's a tough word there.
Well, your
You know,
business,
'cause-
your business is not a tough one, is it?
No, well, our business is, well, it's you get walkouts. That's when you walk when you walk off a job. That's kind of that's the toughest move.
Does the Duquesne Club give you a couple of days off for the holidays?
Yeah, matter of fact, we get a couple days.
Yeah.
So
If Urban Meyer's in Pittsburgh and he calls me to have dinner because you know who he is, does he get in the Duquesne Club?
he probably would, because he probably still has a lot of professional people behind him.
Yeah, okay. I've talked to a lot of ex-Steelers, and, they used to go to that place all the time, place that no longer exists, the Carlton. It was my favorite restaurant, not named McDonald's in Pittsburgh,
Yeah, I was there 23 years, and I sadly missed it, unfortunately.
I've been there with the family, 3 or 4, and you were always the best server, the best host with the most. You were the best, so I'm going to miss that place. So
We appreciate your patronage, sir.
yeah, especially when the bill would come to $200 or $300, and you'd give us free appetizers. Oh yeah, a $5 appetizer plate, and I'm giving you $300 for 4 people to eat. You're real smart. You're real smart.
Don't forget to Toll House Cookie Sunday.
Well, yeah, I might drop by right after the game. What's the name of it for people listening, and they might be driving home from Heinz Field?
Coach's Bar and Grill. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm a celebrity bartender Sunday night. If they, if they want to stop by and meet the legend, I'll be there.
You're a celebrity bartender?
Celebrity bartender, yes, on Banksville Road.
Well, since a lot of people still know who I am, do I get a free beer?
You come in there and you can walk around and look at all the pictures and all the jerseys that are.
Answer my question. Do I get a free beer because I'm Bill DeFabio?
Well, you probably will get a free beer.
You give me a free beer, I'll leave you a nice tip.
I'll buy you a free beer. How's that?
No, that's okay. I might stop by because I got to go past Banksville to get back on 79.
19, yeah.
19 or whatever.
You go up through Green Tree?
Yeah. Yeah, I used to live in Mount Lebanon, so I know all those places. Is this a nice bar?
Yes, it's very nice. There's a lot of memorabilia in there, especially you will really enjoy.
Yeah. Hey, shall I wear a trench coat in case I see something nice I want to borrow?
Yeah, they're pretty stabilized on the wall there, so I don't think it can.
And knowing you would know something's missing, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I could hear you now. DeFabio borrowed that picture of Vince Lombardi. Okay.
There is a picture of Vince Lombardi on
Oh, he was my man. He was my
okay.
man. And
I know it's a.
Yeah.
I know it's a little one.
Yeah. You probably got being a Notre Dame guy. By the way, I never asked you. You like this new coach?
I'm kind of glad, what they did. Give them a shot. So we'll see.
All right. You have any wagering on when Santa will come down my chimney?
It should have came down last week, the week before. I shoot out early.
Oh, okay. Well, next time we talk, we'll talk about the Easter Bunny.
Okay.
I got a crazy schedule next week, but I can always squeeze the legend on my show, and I can't wait to talk to the writer about Beano Cook. There's a lot of great stories about Beano. You know that. It'll be a great sports book. And I asked the author this morning, I said, he's familiar with Steubenville. And he took the words right out of my mouth. His good friend was Jimmy the Greek. How about that? A connection in Steubenville. Everybody's connected in Steubenville.
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't have worded it that way. Let's put it this way. There's a lot of pleasant people and great people in Steubenville. All right?
That's good wording.
Yeah, you like that?
I like that.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be careful when I go in the parking lot and I turn the key.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They don't do that anymore.
No, they probably have a Big L there.
Yeah, but you tell Big Al I can run.
All right.
I'll sick Lola on Big Al. He'll run. That chocolate cake, oh, man. I'm going to go to the 7-Eleven down the street and have a Hostess cupcake. It won't be the same, but it's triple chocolate. Artificial. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Legend, I'll talk to you before Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
And I might stop by. I've never met a celebrity bartender.
All right, I'll be looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah, and I'll steal a couple napkins and have you autograph them. To Bill,
All
you're the
right.
greatest. How's that?
That sounds fantastic.
All right. Hey, thank you, man,
Bye.
for all you've done for us, all the times you made, hey, Bill, I think I can do something. We always did it. You were good at that, and you're a great handicapper, you know?
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, and we'll talk to you next week sometime.
Okay, I'll be looking forward to it.
All right. Yeah, I know where that restaurant is. Yeah, that's a big restaurant. Yeah, I got to go see him now. Celebrity bartender. He's a celebrity, he's a legend, and he knows his numbers. How about that? And he bet against Navy. All right. Hey, I was happy Navy won when I looked at that schedule 2 hours before the game. I said, they're going to go out and kick Army's butt. Look who they've played. 11 teams that are in bowls. By the way, Navy's not going to a bowl because they're, 4-9 or something? Or 4-8? Army's going, and I don't know who they're playing, but they're going to a bowl. Air Force is going to a bowl, but Navy's not going to a bowl. I would think that if you're Navy and you beat Army, who is in the top 30, that you get to go to a bowl. I don't know. I'm all bowled out. Lola, you have a good weekend. All right. Once again, Cleveland Browns, Raiders tomorrow. They will not play in Cleveland. They will play Monday night. So what we have, a doubleheader? Doubleheader, 2 for the price of 1. Until
I checked. That game starts at 5.
Okay.
And I just got another notice that I think there's probably more that have been postponed.
Oh, boy.
I'm not sure. It flashed on and on.
Going to go back to a year or 2 ago. I thought those days were over, my friends. Speaking of friends, whoever you are out there listening, please be careful. Be safe. Use that 4-letter word. It's not hate, it's love. So as I leave, I'm going to ask some of you who may not like me, why can't we be friends?
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. In Minneapolis, the defense has rested its case in the trial of Kim Potter after emotional testimony. Under cross-examination, the former Brooklyn Center police officer told prosecutors she could not remember details after she fired her weapon instead of her taser, killing Dante Wright during a traffic stop.